Yep, they lost to Wauseon 35-24 back on the 29th of September. Then they opened up October with a loss to Archbold 21-12. And then they came back and beat Swanton 28-7, and now they stand here tonight trying to make it 2 in a row for them, and we're trying to make it 3 in a row with a win in a spot that we have had an awful lot of problems winning in the past as well.
Yeah, you know, Liberty Center is a tough place to play. They love their football here, and they breed their kids big usually, and they got a lot of kids that are playing football here at Liberty this year.
Good turnout for their program this year, which is unusual for football around the world nowadays, but they're doing extremely well. And football is alive and well in Liberty Center. You know, it's an interesting ball game tonight, Chris. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. A couple of teams that really are tied in the conference right now, and they're going to have to, the winner tonight takes a step forward, and Liberty obviously hoping to win tonight and next week and then work their way into the playoffs. For the Bears, there's a slim chance they could get in the playoffs with a win tonight and a win next week, but more than likely, they're just trying for that winning record with a win tonight and a win next week to go 6-4 in the season.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, improving over every season. You know, the first year of Coach Redhead, it was no wins, then 3 wins, and now we're trying to keep moving forward and getting better each year, and you know, get that ship righted. And hopefully, this will be a big program win if they can win here at Liberty Center.
Oh, it would be a huge win. But I told Coach Redhead in our program tonight how big that win was last week against Patrick Henry, and you'll hear his answer to that. Ball game being brought to you tonight by newcomers Schaefer, Spangler, and Brininger, by AmeriMade Realty, American Family Insurance, Starks Heating and Cooling, Fuel Supply, Fair Auto Repair, Bryan Ford, Northwest State Community College, Andrea O'Neill and Lowe, Krill Funeral Home and Crematory, the Athletic Boosters, Darrow Shirkey Ford, Overland Turnbull, and by BMU, your high-speed internet and cable provider in Bryan, Ohio.
And you are in the Bryan Ford Lincoln pregame show.
And we'll take a step away right now. When we come back, we'll hear from the coach. We're about 20 minutes away from the kick here at Liberty tonight on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
Extra Point with Jim Thunderbird and head coach Grant Redhead.
Welcome to the Extra Point, brought to you by Bryan Ford Lincoln. Jim Thunderbird along with Coach Redhead. I'll tell you what, buddy, there are not many Friday nights that I've enjoyed over at Hamler, Ohio. Thank you.
Well, good. You know, the first year we were there, we got kicked pretty good, and on top of it, that was the night my stepmother fell down the stairs and broke her neck at my house. I remember telling you about that.
Yeah.
So I'm over there, and it's a little eerie, and I'm going, okay, I'm waiting for something to happen, or a phone call, or somebody to tell me some bad news. We got no bad news. We got nobody hurt. We won a good ball game, and you know, lit it up.
That was a fun game, and you know what? I think the most fun was just to watch the way you guys came out to control things right at the very beginning. Really.
Yeah, you know, getting a fast start. I've taken the ball all year long. I put it in our offense's hands, and in my senior leader, you know, Zach Novus. I'm going to put it in his hand. You know, I've said it years before, but the guy you want in the foxhole, that's him. You know, he's gonna compete every down, and we went right down and scored. You know, if nothing else, we drive the ball, pin them deep, make them go 80. You know, that's my philosophy this year. So, you know, it worked.
Yeah, no doubt. Bryson Andrews with a couple of touchdowns right away. That's got to make you feel good. But I think what made me feel good is that you kind of spread it around all night long. You had 5 different people score, I think, that night.
Yeah, we did. And the other thing is, you know, it's good. Now they can't look at all our films and say, okay, we got to take away number 11, the Smith kid.
Yep.
You know, Evans had a great year, but they can't just focus on Evan. They can't just focus on Bryson. They can't just focus on Logan Clemens or Dino. They've seen all these guys score. Plus, Devontae had a good job, you know, a good game running the ball. So did Dom James. So, you know, it's fun.
You know, we really haven't talked about that, but that new look that you really have with the 2 running backs, okay, with Devontae being one of them at times that you showed a couple weeks ago. What brought that about?
Well, he was struggling on the line of scrimmage, Devontae was, with who to block and where to go and the techniques. And, it you know, I like a tight end because it spreads that defensive end out further, but with as much as we throw, they can't really pack the box anyway. So we put him in the backfield to give him more time to see who he's got to get and understand it. It's worked, and he's done a good job running the ball. So, you know, you just got to find the place that the kid does best.
Yeah, he got his first touchdown of the season the other night as well.
Yeah, it's kind of funny when you get a 60-yard scamper by the big boy. You know, the biggest 6'2", 240, and it was a good night, and I was happy to see him score.
Probably the thing that made me the happiest of the entire night. You go in 28-7. You give them the ball to open up the third quarter. They take it right down and do what PH has done to us forever. They put that 7 on the scoreboard and they toss you the ball and they say, okay, go down and match us or you got a ball game going. And I was really happy the way you guys responded the other night.
Yeah, we told them we needed to stop to come out, and we always tell them that. But you send a message. You stop them right there, they're going to start doubting themselves. Well, we didn't. We had some breaks go against us, so they go down, score, offense responded, and that's the nice thing. And they did it without the Sanchez kid at left tackle. Joe Fenner stepped in and did a good job again. We've had a few nicks and bruises here, and his ankle wasn't ready, so we weren't playing him. And he'll be back this week, but guys stepped up in the times they needed to and made plays. So.
Well, again, like I said, this I think year 13 for us, and we've not seen many happy nights over there. Generally, it's leaving Hamler, Ohio, with your tail between your legs, and another L in the win-loss column. It was a lot of fun leaving Hamler the other night.
And it's like I said, I get along with Coach Inselman. I told you that before. He's old school, and he had nothing but compliments to say afterwards because we did it the right way. We took a knee at the end. We tried to run the ball out. You get a comfortable lead. You play good defense. You sub on offense. You don't make it any worse because you don't want to do it to those kids. And you can't control the scoop and score or breaking a long one.
Right.
But, it was a good night all around for the Bears.
It really was. All right, well, that puts you right in the thick of things here for the conference, actually. And a big ball game coming this week as we'll head to Liberty Center on Friday night. And we'll be back to talk about that right after this timeout.
Things are pretty much business as usual here at Bryan Ford Lincoln. Our techs are providing the same high-quality service that everyone in Northwest Ohio expects. Our sales team is providing our customers with the best price on new and pre-owned vehicles. Everyone is focused on winning another President's Award from Ford. Yeah, pretty much business as usual. Oh, I guess there is one thing different. Stop out and see the all-new Bryan Ford Lincoln.
Andrews O'Neill & Lowe is committed to providing you the best value for your insurance dollar. We are an agency built on integrity, offering personal service and sound advice you can trust. That's why we partner with experienced carriers like the Central Mutual Insurance Company for your auto, home, or business insurance needs. Central's quality insurance products are reasonably priced and backed by prompt, professional service, providing value for your peace of mind. Andrews O'Neill & Lowe is your local Central agent. Call us today at 419-636-5050.
Well, Coach, I tell you what, it's tough to go to Hamler. It's every bit as tough to go to Liberty. And to have them back-to-back like this makes it a real challenging 2 weeks for you guys.
Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, we had Wasion and Archibald back-to-back too. So, we've been through it. I just told the kids, you got to line up and play just like they do. They had Swanton last week. They got 2 tough ones in a row. The good thing is PH is similar to Liberty Center. What they run and how they run, and they're trying to keep it inside the tackles and run inside because they don't have real good speed on the outside either. They're going to try and pound the ball. We did a good job stopping it last week. Do I think Liberty's bigger and better? Yes. But still, same. We're in that mode right now. Our kids are in that mentality.
Yeah.
So it's going to help us.
Yeah. How much of this success you've had the last couple of weeks is your guys now just starting to mature into their jobs on a Friday night?
Well, it's a lot of it. I mean, look, we started 8 sophomores. It's a ton.
Yeah.
We start a bunch of juniors, and I think we have 8 juniors starting, and then we've got some seniors sprinkled in there. Our senior class is the lowest starting. So we've got a ton of kids that needed to get. We had good experience coming back, but still, they were only a sophomore. They started as a freshman, or they started as a sophomore, and now they're a junior. So we're going to have a season club, and those guys have grown up through the season and gotten a lot better.
Everybody saw, I think, the picture of Liberty and their football team in all the newspapers when they started everything out, because we always do the previews and you get to see the team photo. This might be the biggest team you face most years, and they're a big bunch of boys that are going to be on that field Friday night too.
Yeah, well, they are. They're the biggest, and they're physical, but they're slower than they have been in the last 2 years. They're not nearly as athletic. I thought they were better last year and the year before. Honestly. Those kids just did it. The older Carpenter kids a lot better than the younger, and I like the matchup. Now, I mean, things can go sideways on a Friday night real fast, but our team speed is good. When we play people like Archibald and Wassound with same team speed, then the physicality comes out, and they're bigger and just as fast and stronger. But I don't see that. These guys are strong. We're not going to line up right in front of them and let them drive us off. We're going to hit gaps and move and say, catch me if you can. Yeah, no doubt about that. Well, it's going to be a big one on Friday night, trip over to Liberty. What's it going to take to win? Well, we have to do what we did Friday. We didn't have turnovers Friday. If we don't turn over the ball and we sit there, protect our quarterback and give him time, he'll pick them apart. He's, in my opinion, easily the best quarterback in the league. I think if we can do that, limit the big plays. I don't see them driving the field repeatedly. We got to take those chunks and not let them keep the ball. But we get ahead, they're in trouble because they can't score fast. Yeah. T's not designed that way. So, we got to jump out early and force them to do things they're not comfortable. Yeah. Big Friday night, you'll have the ball game right here on the Q 96.5 FM, also on BryanSports.com, and Bryan Cable will play it back Saturday night, 7 o'clock. With that, Coach, good luck, and football's next here on the Q 96.5 FM.
Andrews O'Neill & Lowe is committed to providing you the best value for your insurance dollar. We are an agency built on integrity, offering personal service and sound advice you can trust. That's why we partner with experienced carriers like the Central Mutual Insurance Company for your auto, home, or business insurance needs. Central's quality insurance products are reasonably priced and backed by prompt, professional service, providing value for your peace of mind. Andrews O'Neill & Lowe is your local Central agent. Call us today at 419-636-5050.
At Krill Funeral Service, we are professionals with the sincere desire to reward every family who have placed their trust and confidence in us by being attentive to every detail, displaying the highest level of courtesy and compassion, and providing the greatest measure of respect for their wishes. As remembrance planners, our goal is to help families find joy in the way they choose to remember, honor, and celebrate the wonderful life of their loved one. Krill Funeral Service, we are experts at helping hearts heal. They say there is strength in numbers. In Bryan, we have always taken pride in supporting our Golden Bear student athletes in all of their sporting endeavors. The Bryan Athletic Boosters now have a chance for you to get into the game. If you're Bryan proud, it's time to become Bryan strong. Whether you were a BHS athlete, are raising a BHS athlete, or just love supporting our Bryan High School athlete, this is your chance to be part of the BHS sporting community. Talk to any board member today on how easy it is to join, or contact us at 419-636-4536.
Darragh Shirky Ford Lincoln's employee discount is available to everyone, and the savings on new Ford trucks is incredible.
I'm Dieter with Darragh Shirky Ford Lincoln, showing you the brand new 2017 Ford F-150 XLT. Has an MSRP of $42,040, with Ford rebates up to $5,250. With a Darragh Shirky employee discount of $4,335, bringing the price of the truck to $32,455, and you'll save up to $10,000 on this truck.
It's been said a million times, there's nothing in the world more important than family. We understand that at Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Our entire staff is like family to us. They are some of the most caring, thoughtful, and dedicated people in our industry. In fact, our newest members are part of my family. When the time comes for your family to say goodbye, remember our family, Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, in Bryan, Sherwood, West Unity, and Hamilton.
Tonight's broadcast of Golden Bear Sports is proudly streamed by BMU Cable and High-Speed Internet. BMU is your hometown local provider for digital HD cable and high-speed internet. Call BMU today at 419-633-6100 or visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net. Go Bears from all of us at BMU.
And we're back here at Liberty Center. They call this place the Black Hole, Chris. And obviously, the crowd will come in at times. They'll all dress in their black. And tonight, as always, Liberty Center will be in their black pants, their black jerseys. They've got the black helmets, and they're all trimmed in orange and white. And the Bears tonight in their purple pants, their white jerseys with the purple numbers and the gold helmets and the gold and the purple trim here tonight. For the Bears tonight, they'll start on offense with the football. Obviously, Zach Novus, the quarterback tonight. Your running backs will probably be a combination of Don James, Noah Bonney, and also Devontae Royster, who they put back quite a bit to be able to play fullback and even running back in their different looks that they impose on a Friday night. Their wide receivers, Evan Smith, Austin Dean, and Bryson Andrews. Bryson with a big game and a big start last week, a couple touchdowns early against Patrick Henry. On the other side, on the defensive side, the defensive linemen, Caleb Carpenter, David Masel, and Sam Sanchez. Their outside linebackers, Carl Yaney and Jesse Cox, are inside backers, Christian Kale and McGuire Ballmer. And then their secondary, Connor Sonnenberg, Brendan Morris, Northwest and Austin Like. And it was Like and West, Chris, that were hurt early on when they were having those problems a couple of weeks ago. Those two now back and 100%, and it will be interesting to see how this all plays out tonight.
Yeah, when you have guys that you really key on, especially that West in the backfield, when they're out, it changes the whole dimension of a team. Yeah. And so, to have them back, the Bears are just getting Liberty Center at the wrong time.
Well, that's exactly what happens every now and then. You just have to line them up and play them week after week, and that's all that the Bears have been able to do, and that's what they will do tonight. Austin Dean and Logan Clemens will drop back deep. They'll be inside the 10-yard line waiting on the kick. And Liberty still on their sideline talking a few things through before they come out and get ready to kick this off. If you just joined us tonight on the cue, Liberty did win the toss. They deferred to the second half, so they will get the ball to open up the third quarter. And the Bears would like to make them pay, as they did last week by getting off real quick and making a quick statement there at Patrick Henry. Kicking off is Trey Patterson.
It's actually Parker Strauss, number 18.
Parker Strauss, 18 now. Sorry about that. There you go. And these are the numbers, too, that are going to give you a little trouble tonight, too, because the front numbers you can't see, back numbers you can. And 8s and 0s and 6s will look a lot alike at times here tonight. So bear with us this evening as we're ready to bring you football. Ready to kick it off as they approach the football, and this one will be kicked on a line towards the home sideline. Dean will pick it up down around the goal line at the 4-yard line. Comes straight up the home sideline, and it'll be tripped up at about the 17, so the Bears will have the football first down and 10. And a nice job there by the Bears. McGuire Ballmer, the young guy that made the tackle here for Liberty Center tonight, and the Bears will start out with a long football field. Flag on the play already, and we'll see who this is going to go against tonight. Block in the back, it looks like, on the Bears, so instead of starting at about the 17, we're going to march deep into our own territory to open this thing up. Illegal block in the back will move us halfway back to the goal, take us down to about the 7, maybe the 8-yard line. See where they're going to mark it off here. In fact, they'll move it in and drop it at the 8 exactly here. The official still had the ball in his hand and was standing at the 10 waiting to take those last couple steps. So it'll be Bears football, first down and 10. Nova's the quarterback, and he will be in the pistol look. You don't have running backs to his left. That's Royster, and also to his right. And that is, I believe, James to his right. Now they flip-flop. In fact, that was Miller to the backfield, and now they go to a spread look with nobody in the backfield. And they'll throw the ball to Miller in the flat at the 15, still on his feet to the 20, up the visitor's sideline to the 25-yard line before he's tumbled down with a first down. And a nice job by the Bears lining up with that little two-back look in the backfield, standing next to Zobat, the quarterback Novus, and then Novus split them both out. The backs ended up in the wings, and the Bears move off the football field, but again, play number 2 and penalty number 2 now against the Golden Bears. So another block in the back will wipe out a nice first down catch and put the ball back on the 10-yard line. So we actually made a couple of yards if you just look at the position on the field with that play, but it will be first down now and 10 on the 10-yard line for the Golden Bears. Again, they'll put a running back to the left and to the right to Zach Novus. He's in the pistol look, and they'll come running straight up the middle of the football field. I believe they gave the ball to, not sure if that was Miller or James. We'll have to wait till they come off the pile as they're coming towards us, and we couldn't really see the number on that shirt. I believe that was 28, Bryson Andrews, that actually carried that football for a pickup of a couple, as he gets about 2 on 3 on first down. In fact, they're going to say it was Nate Miller that lined up at that other running back spot here tonight, and he gets almost 4 yards on that carry.
It was really only first and 8 because it was a spot foul.
Right. You're right. So the Bears had their backs flanked out. Now they bring them back inside. They fake the ball. No, they gave the ball to Nate Miller, and this time Liberty's sitting there waiting on him, and they get him in the backfield and drop him inside the 10 all the way back to about the, they're going to say forward progress is the 10, so it'll be third down now and 8 as they're back at the original line of scrimmage. So the Bears with a big third down here as they got off to a great start with that opening play, Chris, but the 2 penalties, the penalty on the kick and then the penalty on first down after they picked up 15, have them now deep in their territory in a big third down and 8, and they'll go empty look in the backfield. 5 wide receivers, 3 to the home side, 2 to the visitor side. Novus all by himself in the backfield. He'll drop. And now he's going to run. Nope, now he'll throw at the last minute. He's going deep. He's got a guy all by himself in midfield. It's complete at the 50 and into Liberty territory. I believe that was Bryson Andrews.
That's Bryson Andrews, Jim.
Yep. 28 that caught it. And Andrews was just absolutely all by himself. I thought Novus was going to run that ball. He pulled it down, started heading towards the visitor sideline at the last second. He looked up the field, and Andrews was sitting all by himself in midfield just waving at him. Threw the ball out to him, and he's now at the 46-yard line of Liberty.
It's amazing how wide open Andrews was. Like that, there was nobody around.
There was nobody around. I think that's what, the now 8 games that Zach Novus has played this year, some of those things are starting to slow down, and he's seeing it now. Start with the 2 backs in the backfield. Now they move him out to the slots. Now they'll bring Miller in motion. He's sweeping towards the home sideline. He needs a block, and he won't get it. And he's going to be knocked down on the other side of the 50, back on his side at the 48-yard line. So Miller will lose about 5, maybe 6 on that first down pitch. And it'll be second down now at about 16. Running game so far tonight has not worked extremely well, Chris. That offensive line has really not gotten a good push for the runners.
It hasn't at all, and boy, that was just rough.
Second down and 6 now as the Bears send Smith and Miller and Dean to the top. Have doubles to the bottom, and again, that empty look in the backfield as Novus in the pistol. He takes the snap. He looks upfield. He's got some heat. Now he's going to run up the middle of the football field to get back to almost the line of scrimmage, and then he's going to get knocked down. Got bumped by Masel, I believe.
He lost a yard.
So he lost about another yard.
Yep.
And it'll set up now a third down at about 18. They'll actually give that tackle to 55, Christian Colley. So Colley with the tackle, and 2 running plays here in this drive have lost the Bears 7 yards, and it's now third down and 17. We're on our side at the 50 at the 47-yard line. Again, empty look. 4 wide receivers on the home sideline. Snap was a little bit low. Novus is going to roll to the right and throw it up the field in the flat. I think it got tipped down around the 45-yard line. It looked like Carl Yaney got a hand on it, and it was heading out into the flat for Austin Dean, who would have been a couple yards short of that first down, but might have had an opportunity to get it. But I think Yaney put a big paw on it and knocked it away, and unable to adjust on the football. It's incomplete. It'll be fourth down now, and the Bears will have to kick that ball away. Only good news, Chris, is we did flip the field a little bit. You started deep in your territory. You're going to kick from about your 30-yard line, and their receiver will be sitting back on their own 15-yard line waiting for this punt.
And even after the tip, Dean had a play on it.
Yeah, he did. He just wasn't.
Yep.
He wasn't expecting, I don't think, that tip, and couldn't react to it quick enough. Good snap. Nice big high kick, and everybody's going to step away from it. Well, they're going to scoop it up at the 15-yard line. The Bears are right there to make it happen. Brendan Morris was the young man that decided to pick it up on the hop, and when he did, there were 3 Bears sitting there waiting for him. And Alex Potvin, one of the first guys that made the tackle, along with Spencer Winsler, and Matt Harold also down there. So the Bears work a little time off the clock and give the Liberty Center Tigers the football back with 8:08 to play here in the opening quarter. And they will run that wing tee tonight, as they will put a wing back on the left side and a single running back in the backfield. And they'll turn and hand that football again right off the middle to Caleb Carpenter, and Carpenter lowered his shoulder, lowered his head, ran through a couple of guys. He'll get about 7 on first down as he advances the football close to the 24-yard line. Miller made the tackle, giving 8 on that first down run. And Carpenter, you can see the way that this football team likes to play, Chris. They're built for the run. They like to move you off the football, and they're just going to pound you, and pound you. They'll go on that motion and that sweep. They'll try into the home side, but they're not going to run away from the Bears. And a late flag on the ground right at this point in time. Joe Fenner was the man that was actually able to run down the ball carrier and drop him for a couple yards loss. But the flag down around the 23-yard line, and we'll have to see who this is against. It was thrown in an area where you could expect maybe a holding call against the offense, but we're waiting on the officials who are conferring right now on the Liberty sideline down around the 20. Just underway here from Liberty tonight. 0-0 is our main stop scoreboard. And a chop block will go against the Bears. So we're 3 for 3 so far tonight. Yep. That hasn't changed a lot over here.
No, it hasn't.
Huh?
Little home cooking.
Well, you know, whenever you can add up your penalty yards and they outsource your offensive yards, you know you got something that you're doing wrong.
And this is a 15-yarder. It's a personal foul chop block.
And that takes it all the way up to the 34-yard line and first down and 10. So the chop against the defense, which I've never, ever, ever liked or understood, gives the Tigers the football, and they'll put 2 backs in the backfield and a wing to the right. And they'll turn and hand off on the dive play to the right, and that is number 9, Northwest. And West will get a yard, maybe a couple, as he'll cross the 35 to about the 37. So give West 3 on that carry. It'll be second down and 7. Quarterback is Jared Crew, and he's a junior. Running back Northwest at the halfback spot. Caleb Carpenter is the fullback here tonight. Their tight end is Devin Good. And their split end, Brendan Morris and Carl Yaney. And they will send West in motion. Quarterback drops. He's going to look to throw, and he's got a guy out in the flats at the midfield stripe. That's Yaney. Yaney will be into Bryan territory before he gets run out of bounds down around the 42-yard line. They'll say he stepped out at the 43. So a nice pitch and catch by Liberty. And he steps out of bounds. Winsler makes the tackle, but the clock will stop as they move the sticks down to Bryan's 43-yard line. Nice little fake and a beautiful pass, and Yaney all by himself, Chris, in the flats.
Yeah, he was, and boy, you know, they don't do much passing, but that was pretty effective right there.
West and Carpenter are the 2 big guys in the backfield, and they give the football to West initially, and we've got another flag on the field in the middle of the pile this time. Northwest got about 5 on first down, maybe 6. But let's see exactly what they're going to call on this one. Miller, the young man that made the tackle, and this one will go against Liberty as they start to walk back towards their goal line. So already tonight, 4 penalties, 3 against the Bears and 1 against Liberty now. And this one will be marched off from the spot, Chris, at the 40-yard line. So West had picked up about 4 on that carry. And a holding call will move the football just past the 50-yard line into Liberty territory as they nose the ball on the Liberty side of the 50 right now. So that'll set up a first down and 17. Time down to 6:36 here in a very quick first quarter.
Yep, when you do a lot of running, that's what you get.
Crew drops, and he's looking for some time, and he throws it out in the flats and over everybody's head. Trying to toss the football down here to Devin Good, and Good just into Bryan territory with that ball thrown about 8 feet over his head. Winslow with some good coverage by the Bears, and that one, nobody was going to pull that one down. So it'll be second down and 17. Glad to have you with us tonight on Q96.5 FM. Jim Futterberg along with Chris Malenga. And if you're out there on TuneIn or BryanSports.com, welcome, welcome, welcome. And don't forget the ball game on Saturday night, 7 o'clock on the Bryan
It'll
cable.
actually be Monday night. We have a program change this week.
A little program change. Wing T look, and they'll bring a guy in motion, and we've got people moving long before the snap.
That should be off a false start on them.
And that will be a dead ball snap infraction against Liberty. So the center must have gotten a little antsy down there in the middle of that line and gave it a little squeeze on the inside. Yep. Center tonight is C.J. Spradlin, Connor Johnson, Ethan Kramer, the guards, and Johnson, the young guy who came over from Catholic Central. Lucas Frankfurter and Nick Bovey are the tackles here tonight. Pretty good size offensive line, and again, as we said, Jarrett Crew, the quarterback, and he will work now in the pistol look with a running back to his left. Drop back, and he's going to throw. He has time, looking across the middle. This one's picked off. Bears have it at the 35-yard line, and they've got a couple blockers across the midfield stripe and into Liberty territory. Goes number 8, Logan Clemens, and I'll tell you what, that ball just thrown right to Clemens.
Yep,
he couldn't have thrown that any better to number 8. He might have been looking for a number 8, but the number 8 he was looking for was wearing a black jersey. The number 8 he hit had a white jersey with purple numbers on it. And Clemens returns the football back into Liberty territory at the 46-yard line.
Nice job there to get the turnover.
6:14 to play here in this first quarter. No score on the Maystop scoreboard. You know, Chris, it's always fun coming over to Liberty. This is just such a neat little stadium and field. A lot of atmosphere. We've always said if you're ever going to make one of those movies, here would be the place to make it. Bears send 4 to the top. Miller's the first guy in the slot, then Andrews, and then you go up to Dean, and I believe that is Smith on the top. All by himself over here is Clemens. Novus has time, throws it deep, going for a guy up the visitor sideline. He's got it. That's Smith, and he's in the end zone. Just like that, 46-yard connection. Bears go up 6-0. Evan Smith went flying down that left sideline. And you know what? That is the one thing about that 4 wide receiver look that you put out there, Chris. You know, you can put guys out there and you can try to match them up 1-to-1. But if something happens out there in midfield, like it happened right there, Evan Smith is running down the sideline by himself.
Yeah, he is. And he just was wide open. He caught the ball, and then he made a good run to get into the end zone. He caught the ball at about the 15, took it the rest of the way in.
Smith with a nice catch. Nobis with a throw that was right on the money, and we're seeing more of that as this year goes on. And the Bears with the extra point, and it is blocked and will end up short. So kind of a bad snap, decent placement. The kick gets blocked. Bears still up 6-0 here on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
Things are pretty much business as usual here at Bryan Ford Lincoln. Our techs are providing the same high-quality service that everyone in Northwest Ohio expects. Our sales team is providing our customers with the best price on new and pre-owned vehicles. Everyone is focused on winning another President's Award from Ford. Yeah, pretty much business as usual. Oh, I guess there is one thing different. Stop out and see the all-new Bryan Ford Lincoln.
Tonight's broadcast of Golden Bear Sports is proudly streamed by BMU Cable and High-Speed Internet. BMU is your hometown local provider for digital HD cable and high-speed internet. Call BMU today at 419-633-6100 or visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net. Go Bears from all of us at BMU.
Up 6-0. We apologize. We hear the stream drop there for a minute or so on our broadcast tonight. We are in telephone heaven.
Yes, we are.
Here at Liberty, down in the gully, and you never can tell what's going to happen, but hopefully everything will work out well. A couple of years ago, everybody came over and nobody could get out of here, but tonight it looks like service is a little bit better, and we're hopeful to have a good broadcast for you here all night long. Bears will kick off. And back deep, Jared Sturgill will be on the visitor side, and on the home side, I can't tell you what that number is. Chris, can you see that number at all?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I've got brand new glasses, and I still can't see it, and they're going to kick it to that guy, and we'll be able to tell here, but there were whistles before that ball got kicked, so I think somebody was offside early. In fact, it's the Bears, as this flag is right down here on our 40-yard line. So let's see, we got 4 back there and maybe 13, so Jared Sturgill is number 4. And then 13, I don't have a 13, so that can't be the right number either. Have to flip that one around maybe. Austin Like, 31. There you go. My dyslexia kicked in there a little bit, Chris. So Like on the home side over here. Sturgill on the visitor side at the 15. 6:07 to play, opening quarter. The Bears after a turnover and a 46-yard touchdown pass. On top of this one, 6-0. Good to have you with us here on a Friday night. Beautiful night for football. Just a couple of years ago, we came up here for the torrential downpour. It's not that way tonight.
Nope.
This one goes to Sturgill. He'll scoop it at the 15-yard line. Head straight up the middle of the field at the 20, 25. Opening. Cuts it to the visitor sideline, but he's tripped as he makes that cut at about the 47-yard line. And a nice job by the Bears to make a touchdown-saving tackle because Sturgill was on his way. And at the 48-yard line, Adam Queen was able to just get that shoestring and knock him down before he could really turn that corner and get up the sideline.
Yeah, that was just bad containment right there by the Bears.
Straight up the middle of the football field, and all of a sudden the hole just opened up, and then he cut it towards the home sideline. And luckily, Adam Queen was able to make things happen. Quarterback goes under center. He'll turn. Now they're going to try to run this thing. Caleb Carpenter stumbles his way off the right side for a yard across the 50. They'll give him maybe 2 as they mark him just across the 50-yard line. So a pickup of a couple here makes it 2nd down and 8 for the Tigers. 5:42 to play here, quarter number 1.
You give him almost 4, Jim. No, I don't know. Maybe not.
About almost 3, but they're going to say 2nd down and 8 here as they send the quarterback crew under center again. They'll bring a wing back in motion, hand the ball off to Carpenter again on the dive play, and Carpenter gets another couple before the Bears are able to stand him up and knock him down. Dominic James, one of the guys down there. On the very bottom is Alex Potvin. Another 2 for that run. Give it 3rd down now at about 5. So we'll say 2.5 on both of them, Chris. I think would be a reasonable assumption on both those runs. 3rd down and 5. Liberty with the football. 4:55 to play, opening quarter. Bears up 6-0. The wing look now with the wing back to the top and the bottom, and the fullback in the backfield. They'll bring the top wing in motion. Quarterback keeps that one, and he just goes straight forward. No faking, no pushing, no nothing. Just let's see what that offensive line can do, and he moves it across the 45 to the 44. It'll be 4th down at about a yard. And in fact, it's going to be a long yard, closer to 2. And they will keep the offense on the football field. Crew goes under center. Carpenter is big back in the backfield, and they'll turn and hand to Carpenter, and Carpenter gets stood up, but I think he's going to get just enough for the 1st down.
I don't know.
Nice job by Noah.
I think where they have it marked
and make the hit, but it's just going to depend on where they do set this one down. Carpenter got through the hole, and Rohrer came up and put a nice lick on him, and now I think we're just going to have to move the sticks in here and take a look at it. I think it's just that close.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Officials are down talking about it. Now they're going to call a timeout and bring it out and take a look at it. And I don't blame them. It does look close.
It's real close.
4:11 to play, opening quarter. 4th down run here by Liberty. And did they get the 1st down, or the Bears get it on the turnover on downs? We're about to see as the sticks come from the visitor's sideline.
I'm going to say he's got it, but maybe not.
They set it down. They stretch out the chains.
Oh, he's just got it, I bet.
And I think he's got it, you're right, Chris, by half a football. Yep. That's about it. So 1st down and 10. 4 runs in that series. None of them got more than about 2.
Nope.
And got just enough for the 1st down by the half a football. So Liberty will keep it after converting on 4th down, and the ball will be sitting on the Bryan 42-yard line.
It was real close.
1st down and 10 as Crew brings him out. He'll go under center. He's got a wing to the top and the bottom. And Carpenter, the lone running back, he's offset now to his right. He'll send North in motion. They'll pitch to North, and they'll head up against the visitor sideline. North turns the corner. He'll get about 3 inside the 40 to about the 39 before the Bears make the tackle up there. So North gets about, Northwest gets about 3, almost 4. They'll say Logan Clemens was the guy that made the tackle. We'll call it 3, second down and 7.
I'm going 3.
Bears so far, doing what they need to do, and that's try to keep Liberty to as short of a gain as possible. Liberty, what they like to do is just pound you, and they hope by the time the third quarter rolls around in the fourth quarter, they've totally worn you out. Back in the shotgun now for Crew. He'll fake the handoff, and he throws it back up to the home side in the flat. He's got his completion. His man goes, Marcus Vollmer gets inside the 35 to about the 34.5, so he'll get about 4 yards on that one. Third down now at about 3. They're saying 22. Connor Sonnenberg, I had him at 23. Mark McGuire Vollmer, it doesn't really matter, 22 or 23. First down or third down now and a couple for Liberty Center as they have been putting the ball in the air a little bit more than what I expected. Morris, the wide receiver, the split end here on this side. They've got 2 running backs in the backfield. They'll hand it off to the first guy through. Like has it. He cuts it to the middle of the football field, now to the sideline. He was on his way to the goal line, and he will make it in 34 yards. For number 31, Austin Light. And Austin Like ties this football game up with 2:35 to play in quarter number 1.
Wow, that was just a good run.
Yeah,
Can't say much more about that.
Was able to get to the hole off the right side. They was patient enough to let the hole open up, and then he scooted through, got another block, and was able to head it towards that visitor sideline. At that point in time, the farther he went, the less it looked like the Bryan Golden Bears were going to catch him. Extra point, the snap is good. The kick is pushed to the left. So both extra points tonight have been missed, and the Bears and the Tigers are tied at 6. Here on the Q on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
Andrews O'Neill & Lowe is committed to providing you the best value for your insurance dollar. We are an agency built on integrity, offering personal service and sound advice you can trust. That's why we partner with experienced carriers like the Central Mutual Insurance Company for your auto, home, or business insurance needs. Central's quality insurance products are reasonably priced and backed by prompt, professional service, providing value for your peace of mind. Andrews O'Neill & Lowe is your local Central agent. Call us today at 419-636-5050.
This is my story. I'm a mother of 3, a wife, and a cat operator. I earned my degree in mechanical engineering technologies. Now I have a career doing exactly what I studied. I learned more, now I earn more.
We'll talk a little bit about that. Randy Roberts will be in here at halftime today. We'll talk a little bit about Randy and where the standings are and how things will work out. But PH up on Wassey on 14-0. We'll just see if Coach Cooper and his guys can come back in that ball game, or if PH is trying to exact a little revenge after a real thumping last week at their own home turf.
I'll tell you what, if PH wins that game, it leaves Archbold kind of in the driver's seat, doesn't it?
Entirely, yeah. Dean back deep along with Logan Clemens, and they'll kick this ball to Dean. Austin will backpedal down to the 6-yard line, bring it right up the visitors or home sideline, and he's across the 25 and across the 30 to about the 31-yard line before they wrestle him down. So Austin Dean with a nice job finding the opening and bringing that ball all the way back to about the 32. So first down, Bears. And that Bears offense so far tonight, Chris, has shown a lot of life.
Yeah, it really has. I like the mixing up. I like the going out with the Y-outs. Haven't seen much of Devontae Royster in the backfield, but we haven't seen much of anybody in the backfield tonight.
They'll send 4 to the top again. Miller will be the first guy in the slot, and then they work their way up. Lone receiver here, Logan Clemens on the home side. That's the short side of the football field. The wide side is on the top. And they've got a mismatch up there again as they've got 4 receivers and 3 guys to cover them. They'll throw a little screen pass, and that's all it takes when the defender is able to beat the block like that and knock your wide receiver down back in the backfield. 31, the young fellow who just made the touchdown run. And in fact, it was number 6, Jarrett Crew, who made the tackle.
Who was the guy?
The loss was about 4.
Who was the Bryan
That was
guy?
Miller. Miller was the young guy on the catch. As he took a step back off the line of scrimmage, and you had the 3 deep wide receivers, and nobody got a block for Nate Miller. Miller, again, the first guy in the slot here, this time on the home side. Then it's Andrews. Then it's Dean. And the long wide receiver is Clemens. Rolling towards his left and running out of room is Zach Novus, as Novus will run out of room back around the 26-yard line, so he'll lose about 4. And I'll tell you what, McGuire Bulmer, the young fellow that made the tackle there for Liberty Center, and that sets up a 3rd down now and 13.
16.
Yeah, make it
3rd down and 17.
Tough situation for the Bears. You know what, Coach was talking about speed and being able to line up against these guys. Didn't expect to see, they're a big, strong, slower team when it comes to offense, but on the defensive side, they've got a couple of guys that can fly to the ball. Triples to the top, doubles to the bottom, nobody in the backfield. Novus throws a quickie. It's out to Logan Clemens on the home sideline, and he'll be across the 30 to about the 33-yard line before Light knocks him out of bounds. Nice pickup, but it still sets up a 4th down at about 10. And the Bears are going to have to kick this one away. West is going to drop back deep along with Brendan Morris here for the Liberty Center Tigers. In fact, now Morris comes to the sideline, and West will do the honors as he positions himself back on his 35-yard line. Bears will kick this. Smith will kick this one away from about the 20. As he stands on his own 18 right now, waiting for the snap. Good snap. Picks it up. Not much of a rush.
Oh, bad punt.
Kick kind of went off the side of his foot, and it will bounce out of bounds here on the Liberty sideline, just inside of Liberty territory at about the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down and 10. Liberty Center at the 47-yard line is where they're going to actually mark it dead. 37 ticks left on the first quarter clock. Liberty gets the football back after scoring their first touchdown of the night, and their offense back out and ready to make things happen.
In good field position, too. Wow, they moved that all the way up to the 49, Jim.
Wow, that was a couple of extras there.
That is a generous spot. Woo.
The ball hit right really in front of us, out of bounds, about the 47. They said it must have angled out just a little bit before it hit, but it didn't look like it. 1st down and 10, doesn't matter. Liberty hands that football off. Bears ripping at that ball as they get a couple off left side into Bryan territory. And we pull that out, and that is, we'll have to get a number on that guy. There you go. Northwest, number 9 was the guy that made the run. Harold with the tackle for the Bears. Carpenter now to the right. 2 backs in the backfield. They'll go under center again. Again, they'll hand it to West. He'll sweep right side. He's got some room. 25-yard line. He's still moving, but there's a flag back here, and I think it's coming back. West is going to go to the end zone, but there's Laundry back here on the 42-yard line. And we'll just have to see if this one's coming back. It was pretty much right at the spot where he got loose, and it is a holding call against the guys in all black. And that hole opened up very nicely,
yes,
but as soon as it opened up, there was Laundry on the field right next to that opening, and this one will come back. Again, a nice job by that offensive line to open up a big hole along the left side of that defensive line. But the hold will bring the football back into Liberty territory and set them up at the 47-yard line, and that will end the first quarter. We've got one in the books. Teams are tied 6-6 on the main stop scoreboard here tonight from Liberty on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
At Creel Funeral Service, we are professionals with the sincere desire to reward every family who have placed their trust and confidence in us by being attentive to every detail, displaying the highest level of courtesy and compassion, and providing the greatest measure of respect for their wishes. As remembrance planners, our goal is to help families find joy in the way they choose to remember, honor, and celebrate the wonderful life of their loved one. Creel Funeral Service, we are experts at helping hearts heal. At Creel Funeral Service, we are
We're opening up quarter number 2. We flipped everything. Now the Liberty Center going from left to right as they dive across the 50-yard line. And this time it is Carpenter. And Caleb Carpenter gets back to about the 49-yard line. So they set up a third down now and about 8 as we're just underway here in quarter number 2. Ball game tied at 6 here on the Q96.5 FM. Connor Sonnenberg checks into the football game. Spent a little time on the sideline talking to the coaching staff. Clock stopped, 11:26. Now it resumes.
Swanton's up on Delta 21 zip, Jim.
Pistol look. Quarterback drops straight back, looking to throw this ball out in the flat. He's got his guy. It's caught at the 40-yard line. That'll be enough for the first down. I believe that's the McGuire Bulmer, 23. Yep, 22. Connor Sonnenberg is the young guy. That 22 and that 23 are going to be tough all night long to be able to see because they just absolutely look enough alike. And the front of that jersey with the pads and everything, it's kind of hard to see the creases. Needed about 8. They got about 10. First down and 10 at the 40-yard line. They'll go back under center now as Jarrett Crew turns, pitches to Carpenter, sweeping the home sideline, puts his head down, keeps his feet, makes the first Bear miss as he's inside the 40 to about the 37-yard line. Matt Harold came up and helped make the stop. Carpenter gets about 4 on the first down run. Potman also in on that stop. But you know, you got a situation with that big fella, Carpenter, when he gets running downhill, he likes to lower those pads, and he's not got a lot to tackle. It's tough to kind of get down and get to those legs. He's the only back in the backfield. They'll bring West off the wing left, and West around the left end for the first down as he's inside the 30 to about the 27-yard line. So all of a sudden that running game starting to pick up a little momentum here for Liberty Center. And the Bears offensive or defensive front going to have to find a way to kind of toughen up just a little bit.
Yeah, got to stop that run or at least slow it down a little bit.
10-14 to play here, quarter number 2. Bears really wanted to get up a couple touchdowns if they could, but they're in a dogfight right now, 6-6. Again, that wing T, running back, one back in the backfield. West comes in motion, then he turns the other way. They'll hand to Carpenter, and Carpenter will be wrapped up.
Ball's loose.
After just a short pickup, and the Bears pick it up, and they're running with it. They're at midfield. They're on their way. That's James, 30, 25, 20. He's on his way down the sideline for a touchdown, and I don't think that they're going to call Liberty down. Everybody on the home side's pointing to the ground, but that ball was just laying out there. Chris and Dom James came up, scooped it up, and ran it all the way the other way for a touchdown.
Yep.
Bears have been very opportunistic with fumbles this year. That's their second fumble return for a touchdown. And James able to scoop that football up that came out like a big old pumpkin. So a nice job by the Bears, and they're up 12-0 with the extra point coming. Boy, that was a shocker. Nice job by the Bears, but you know they've been wrapping and stripping here tonight, and I'm not sure whether that's stripped or what. They'll go for 2. Miller stands up. He's rolling towards his left. He's going to throw it into the end zone, and it's incomplete. Wow, I'll tell you what, Miller was rolling towards his left. He had black jerseys all around him. He just floated one up into about 3 bodies down in the left corner of that end zone, and you had to wait till they all came back down to find the football on the green grass here at Liberty. So the Bears get the touchdown, but they miss the extra point. Then they're up by 6, 12-6. 9:47 to play here, quarter number 1 on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
They say there is strength in numbers. In Bryan, we have always taken pride in supporting our Golden Bear student athletes in all of their sporting endeavors. The Bryan Athletic Boosters now have a chance for you to get into the game. If you're Bryan proud, it's time to become Bryan strong. Whether you were a BHS athlete, are raising a BHS athlete, or just love supporting our Bryan High School athlete, this is your chance to be part of the BHS sporting community. Talk to any board member today on how easy it is to join, or contact us at 419-636-4536.
This is Dieter showing you the 2017 Ford Fiesta that has a final price of under $13,500 here at Darrow Shirky Ford Lincoln. How did we get there? First, there's a $3,000 rebate from Ford. Add in the Darryl Shirky employee discount of $681, bringing the final price of this Ford Fiesta to $13,469.
At Darryl Shirky Ford Lincoln, everyone gets the employee discount on all new Ford cars and trucks. Stop by and see how much you can save.
Around his 10-yard line on the home side. And Like is the young fellow on the 10 on the visitor side as the Bears tee it up to kick it off again. 9:47 to play till halftime, and the Bears up 12-6 here at Liberty Center tonight. And the more they can hang into this game, the more confidence they're going to pick up. Like will pick it at the 15-yard line, head straight up the middle of the football field. Gets some room, cuts it to the visitor side, and then he's wrapped up as he crosses the 40 at about the 43-yard line and brought down.
Number 31,
Austin Like brings it up about 31, maybe 32 yards on that return. And it will be first down and 10 with the ball on the 42-yard line of Liberty. And the clock stopped with 9:38 to play here, quarter number 2. Bears up 12-6 on the main stop scoreboard if you just tuned in.
Good starting field position for the Liberty Center Tigers. After starting on their own 16, they've started on the Bryan 47 and the Bryan 40, or their own 47, their own 49.
Handoff goes to the wingback who tries to sweep the home sideline, and that is West, who gets knocked down at the line of scrimmage. So Northwest in a play that kind of didn't develop very quickly as he came off his left wing spot and then ran towards that right end. Bears were right there to knock him down, and a good job by the Bears, Joe Fenner, to make that play on this end. So the Bears doing a good job so far slowing this Liberty running game down. Again, under center goes Crew. He'll hand it to West again around the left end, and this time Miller will grab him, but not before he gets close to the midfield stripe. Give West about 7 on the carry. Give Miller a nice tackle. Ball will sit just inside the 50-yard line on the Liberty side of the 50. Third down and a long 2. 8:37, clock is rolling here towards halftime. Interesting ball game tonight, Chris, and I'll tell you what, there's a lot of folks that are bunched together here. Archibald obviously are kind of running away right now. Single wide receiver goes to the business side all by themselves. West goes in motion. He's heading towards that sideline, and the Bears shoot the gap. Potman says, I've seen this one on tape too many times. He steps through the block. He wraps up West in the backfield, drops him for a loss of about a yard. It'll set up 4th down now and 4. And the black shirts are coming from the sideline on the Liberty sideline as they look like they're going to kick this one away.
Yeah. I'd watch a fake, though.
Jarrett Crew is their punter. He is also their quarterback.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Miller will drop back deep at the 10. 4th down and 4 ball on the 48-yard line of Liberty. And I'm sure the Bears are yelling, watch out for the fake, watch out for the fake. We'll just see how this all works. Crew looking things over, then he counts out the numbers. Low snap that rolls to him. He's going to throw this one into the flats, and he's got his guy at the 35, 30, 20, down inside the 15 to about the 16-yard line. And the Bears caught sleeping. Carl Yaney was the receiver. Yaney was the second guy up the sideline, and he was all by himself, and Crew just hit him right in the numbers, and Yaney took it down inside the 20 to the 16. So we yelled fake. You yelled fake. Liberty yelled fake, and the Bears couldn't come up with a play. 1st down and 10 Liberty as they keep this drive alive.
I wonder, though, that was a low snap. I wonder if that had anything to do with that, or if that was designed.
Crew turns around and hands it to Carpenter. He'll go left side for some yardage. He breaks the first line of scrimmage and inside the 10 to about the 8. He'll be really close down there to the 1st down as he needs to get to about the 7. I think it'll be a pickup of 9, and the Tigers now 2nd down. Well, they'll give him 7. They'll say he bounced down there at about the 9. So
gave him 6. They gave him 8, about 8.
So 2nd down and 2. Again, Crew goes under center. Carpenter, the only running back right behind him in that fullback position. They'll turn. Ball's on the ground. Carpenter picks it up. He's got trouble in the backfield. There's Bears all over him back at about the 10-yard line. So Carpenter will lose about a yard on that one. After that one, I don't think Carpenter didn't look like he was looking for the football. Hit him right in the numbers, and he was able to bend down, scoop that one back up. only lose a yard, and there were Bears all over there. If he didn't notice that football on the ground, this could have been a big turnover for the Golden Bears instead.
Absolutely.
Third down now at about a short 4. Ball sitting just inside the 10-yard line. 2 running backs in the backfield now as they go with the power look. Crew goes under center again. He'll hand off on the dive play, and that's Carpenter, and he finds a great big hole and just struts his way right into the end zone. I don't think anybody here in the stadium knew that number 28 had the football until they looked and saw that the Crew didn't have the ball. Nice little fake, nice little handoff to Carpenter, big hole off the left side. And it's 12-12 just like this, and let's see if Liberty has any more success with an extra point than the Bears have had for the first 2 times here tonight.
First one went wide left.
They'll try to kick it again. Decent snap, decent placement, and this time it's kicked right through the heart of the uprights, and just like that, Liberty goes up 13-12 with 5:15 to play, and 5:59 to play here in quarter number 2. We'll step away on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
Extra point with Jim Thunderbird.
Darragh Shirky Ford Lincoln's employee discount is available to everyone, and the savings on new Ford trucks is incredible.
I'm Dieter with Darragh Shirky Ford Lincoln, showing you the brand new 2017 Ford F-150 XLT. Has an MSRP of $42,040, with Ford rebates up to $5,250. With a Darragh Shirky employee discount of $4,335, bringing the price of the truck to $32,455, and you'll save up to $10,000 on this truck.
Point, and basically the only team so far that's been able to convert an extra point in the 4 touchdowns that have been scored.
Yeah, Bryan had 1 blocked, and then the second one was they tried a 2-point conversion and couldn't get it. Now what we need to have happen now is the offense needs to get going, because all of the points have been scored on turnovers.
Yeah.
So we had an interception and then a fumble. Now we did have some offense, but I'd like to see a drive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Clemens and Dean go deep. Dean will be on the visitor's side, Clemens on the home side. They're standing back on the 10-yard line waiting for this kick. And again, I would worry about onside kicks or anything like that. You never know what you're going to get on a Friday night here at Liberty Center. And they just pulled off a fake punt a minute ago to keep a drive alive. This time they will kick it deep. Dean will retreat to his 5. He'll head up the sideline on the visitor sideline. He gets a block. He goes a little deeper, 30, 35, 36, 37-yard line before he gets wrestled out of bounds right in front of his teammates. 5:51 to play, opening half. Austin Dean with a nice little return, and the Bears will have good field position for their offense.
By number 19, Connor Keller. Number 22, Connor Sutherland.
Well, the Bears offense tonight, though, Chris has been driving the football pretty well. They got the long touchdown pass. That kind of adds to the stats and shortens down the drive a little bit. But they have found success tonight against Liberty. And they will go with that empty set again. Doubles to the top, dribbles to the bottom. Novus again in the backfield in the pistol look, all by his lonesome. He'll get the snap. He's going to throw across the middle. Bryson Andrews has the ball. Walks through the first tackle. Gets all the way to the first down stripe and then goes down at the 45-yard line. Move the sticks. First down and 10.
I like that play a lot. Andrews had to make something happen on its own. It was just a short 5-yard pass, but Andrews with a nice spin move gets the ball across the 45 to the 46-yard line and picks up the first down.
Andrews in his slot position here again, the closest to the line of scrimmage as he's out here with triples again. He's got Dean and Smith with him on this side this time. Doubles to the top, and again, nobody in the backfield with Zach Novus. Novus drops straight back, steps in the pocket and throws. He's got it, completion again, same receiver. Close to the 49-yard line. They'll give him 3.
They did not give him any forward progress. He caught that ball on the other side of the 50.
And he gets tackled on the Bryan side of the 49-yard line of the 50-yard line. So second down and 7 now as the Bears pick up 3. Clock moving at 5 minutes to play in the first half. Been a quick first half, been a good first half. 13-12, Bears down by a point here at Liberty. Quadruples to the top, single receiver to the bottom. Novus again by himself in that backfield. 4-man rush coming from Liberty this time. Novus drops. Got to get around the end on the left corner, and he's not going to. And then all of a sudden he's in a lot of trouble as Lucas Frankfurter is right there to scoop him up after he stepped away from that right end. And Frankfurter knocks him down for about a 2-yard loss. It'll be 3rd down now and 9. So Bears now with a 3rd down and 9 on their own 47-yard line. Clock down to 4:18 to play here in the first half. And I'd love to see the Bears convert this one, Chris. I'd hate to give that ball back to Liberty right now, knowing that they're going to get the ball to open up quarter number 3. Triples to the top, doubles to the bottom. Nova's all by himself again in that pistol look. 3 down linemen and a stand-up right defensive end for Liberty. Zach rolls to his right. Now he's throwing deep down the middle. Andrews goes up, pulls it down, but he can't hold it when he gets to the ground.
I can't believe, I mean, Zach Nobis took a huge shot that was probably late on that too. I can't believe he was right in front of the official, and wow, he just got drilled after he released it. In fact, he's limping a little bit.
Nobis took a hit. The ball was on the money. Andrews went up in the air. Brandon Morris was there with him. They fought for the football. Andrews couldn't bring it back down around the 25-yard line, so the Bears are going to have to kick this one away. Smith will kick this away. West back at the 25, waiting for the punt. Bears with a 4th down and 9. Clock stopped with 3:50 to play in the half. Low snap. Smith picks it up, gets a nice high booming kick. North drops inside his 20 at the 19. Stiff arms, comes up the home sideline, and there's Bears there waiting on him at the 22-yard line. So North will get a couple. Andrews the first guy down there to make the tackle. He also had some help with Logan Clemens. And the Bears defense will now come on to try to keep Liberty pinned back on their end of the football field. They're on their own 22-yard line to open this drive up. 3:39 to play opening half. Both teams have all their timeouts. Bears down 1 point to Liberty right now, 13-12. Last we saw Evergreen and Archbold were tied at 0, I think, yep. Chris, is that what we saw? They'll go under center this time. They'll turn and fake and hand the ball off to West, who sweeps to the top side. Now he's
there's a block in the back. Throw the flag.
At the there 25, at the 30. Now we've got a late flag in the back.
It was a block in the back.
And the ball advanced out across the 30 to the 35-yard line. But you're right, Chris. They did finally get the flag out of his pocket. I think he just had a hard time finding the flag because West was 15 yards up the football field when that back judge finally dropped that flag. And I only got to believe that we're all human. And every now and then you kind of reach and reach and reach and can't find it. There is your block in the back. And the 10-yard penalty will mark Liberty back deep in their own territory. Clear back to the 10-yard line now. They've got to get out to the 33-yard line. So first down now on 23 yards. They're saying 22.
I got first and 22.
6 of one, half a dozen of the other. You're right. They've got to come all the way out to the 32-yard line. Clock stopped at 3:27, but it will restart. Liberty will go under center as Crew has a running back to his right. Now he brings West in motion, and they pitch it to him, and now a double reverse. Are they going to throw it? No, they've got a guy in the end zone right now trying to get out, and Harold's going to knock him down at the 1-yard line. Connor Sonnenberg was the guy who took the second pitch and came back around his end zone, was about 2 yards deep, got a step or two out. Harold was able to make the tackle, and Liberty will be marked down at about the 2.5-yard line is where they say they're going to mark it. So
who had the first pitch? Was that West?
2nd and 29. Yep, West had the first one, and he pitched to Sonnenberg. And it was a situation where he just did his best to get out of the end zone and avoid that safety. So clock at 2:32 and counting right now. 2nd and 29, and they will line up now at their goal line pretty much. Quarterback Crew right at his goal line, and he's going to keep it himself and come straight out the middle to get a little breathing room across the 5 to about the 6. So 3rd down now, and the Bears will call their first timeout of the night with 2:16 to play in the quarter, and we'll take one with them. 2:16 left here in the second quarter. Bears trail by 1, 13-12 at Liberty on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
It's been said a million times, there's nothing in the world more important than family. We understand that at Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Our entire staff is like family to us. They are some of the most caring, thoughtful, and dedicated people in our industry. In fact, our newest members are part of my family. When the time comes for your family to say goodbye, remember our family, Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory in Bryan, Sherwood, West Unity, and Hamilton.
Ball game so far, and it's been a battle. You know what? That's we were hoping for one like that tonight, and we were getting exactly what we had hoped for, a good football game on a Friday night.
Yeah, and we want to thank our sponsors bringing you the game tonight, BMU Cable and High-Speed Internet, Oberlin Turnbull Home and Crematory, Darrow Shirkey Ford, the Bryan Athletic Boosters, Crow Funeral Home and Crematory, Andrews O'Neill and Lowe, Northwest State Community College, Bryan Ford Lincoln, Fair Auto Repair, Fuel Supply, Stark Heating and Cooling, American Family Insurance, Amerimaid Realty, and newcomer Schaefer, Spangler, and Breininger. Don't forget, at halftime, we've got the BMU Cable and High-Speed Internet halftime show. We will give you the Bryan Marching Band, and we will also give you halftime stats and have a chat with the Bryan Time Zone Randy Roberts.
Coming in here tonight, Archbold led the conference 3-0, and then Bryan, Liberty, Swanton, and Wauseon all at 3-2, Evergreen at 2-3, PH at 1-4, and Delta at 0-5. So you can see teams playing really tonight for an awful lot of pride. We've got some close ball games in the conference tonight. Handoff will go to West, and West will try the right side for a short pickup of maybe 2. And the Bears will wrestle him down and probably call timeout number 2. Nope, they're going to let the clock run. 2:02 to play. Bears will keep their second timeout and wait for this punt. They have not started the play clock yet, so we have 25 seconds they can run off, and this game clock is moving at 1:50. Miller will stand at his 40 at the 44-yard line of Liberty, and their punter will be 8 yards deep into the end zone, and they'll allow that clock to roll as far as they can.
They can get it down to 1:20.
Crew is the young fellow who is the quarterback and also the kicker. Last time he faked the kick and completed a pass. I would doubt that they're going to try to fake anything down here, but you never can tell. Down to 3, down to 2. There's the snap. Nice kick. A short kick, though. And it will hit at the Liberty 34-yard line and be down right there. So the Bears, with 1:13 to play in the half, have 2 timeouts and the football on the Liberty 34, first down and 10, with an opportunity maybe to take a lead into the halftime locker room.
That would be super.
Well, as we said, every time the Bears can come out and perform like this and stay with the teams that are supposed to be the elite and the confident, they just keep growing a little bit, and they have grown a little bit over the last 2 weeks when they beat Delta, and then last week they went up over to PH to win. Bears send triples to the top, doubles to the bottom right now. Novus all by himself in that pistol. He has been ineffective so far tonight running. Maybe they'll turn things around and let him run a little bit. Pressure coming across the middle. This ball thrown just a little bit behind Andrews at the 30-yard line, and if it would have been on the money, he probably would have advanced that down somewhere close to the 26 or so, and it would have been a pickup of 7 or 8. Instead, it stops the clock and sets up a second down and 10, and that probably the only pass tonight so far that Zach's been off the mark with, Chris. He's put the ball where he wanted to. That one just a little bit behind Bryson Andrews.
Yeah, he's 7 of 10 passing for 121 yards and a touchdown.
Andrews goes to the top along with Dean and Evan Smith. Bears have Miller down here on the bottom along with Logan Clemens, the wideout. Empty backfield, and we have a whistle as the ball gets snapped, and we have a procedure call against the Bears. So that'll cost the Bears 5, move them from the 34 to the 39.
Makes it 2nd and 15.
Bears with about, 4 penalties, I think, tonight.
Total penalties,
remember?
let's see. They have 4 penalties for 5 penalties for 40 yards.
There you go. And Liberty with about 3, maybe?
Liberty has 4 for 35.
Triples go to the top, doubles to the bottom again. Nobody in that backfield was Zach Novus. Minute and 8 to play in the opening half. Bears down by a point. There's the snap. Novus time in the pocket, throws across the middle. Andrews got it. Spins around out of one tackle. And he's inside the 15 and down to the 12. And a nice job by Zach Novus on that little crossing pattern in the middle. And I'll tell you what, Bryson Andrews has been able to find a spot. As this year has gone on, Chris, Andrews, who is a junior, has has really started to figure this thing out.
He really has. He's done a really good job.
Bears will call a timeout with 1 minute left to go in the half, and we'll just keep it right here and chat a little bit about it. He had the 2 touchdowns last week against PH, Chris, and you can just see the confidence level in that young fella getting bigger and bigger and bigger every week as we go through this season.
That was a 27-yard pickup there, Jim.
First down and 10, Bears. Football sitting on the Liberty Center 14-yard line, actually on the 13-yard line. They say the 12. It's kind of hard to see. Well, I'll tell you what, it looks, well, 13-12, I don't care. Ball goes inside the 5 at about the 3 for the first down. So I think we're in between those 2 yard markers down there again, as we have been all night long.
Never can be right on the yard marker, can it?
No, you know, they need to be able to rounding. We teach these kids rounding in school.
Right,
they don't understand this thing, you know what I mean?
Yep, absolutely.
1 minute even here in this first half. The Bears have now 1 timeout. Football is on the home side hash mark.
It'd be good if the Bears could get a score here, because Liberty gets the opening kickoff in the second half. They deferred their choice to the second half.
If nothing else, the Bears ought to be able to run this clock out to 0, so Liberty should not be able to get an opportunity as the Bears send Andrews, Dean, and Smith to the top. And they've got Miller now and Clemens on the bottom. And again, that empty backfield look for Zach Nobis. Nobis looks it all over. Drops straight back. He's got some heat coming. Now he's going to run right up the middle of the football field at the 5, inside to the 4. So that'll be a nice pickup there of about 7 yards, maybe 8 for Zach Nobis. And the Bears quickly back up at the line of scrimmage. Second down now and 2.
You could see that seam, the way that they lined up. I thought that was run all the way. They had a nice little seam there in the middle.
42 ticks, triples to the top, doubles to the bottom. Again, Nobis going to run this one again. Right side, right guard, right tackle, heading towards the goal line. He's in. Zach Nobis fought his way all the way down to the end zone. We're trying to wait, and the top official on the visitor side put his hands in the air with 27 seconds left to go in the opening half.
Oh, wait a minute, I don't know.
And the Bears have it 18-13 lead.
Did you see a signal?
Yeah, the guy on the top line judge on the visitor side scored a touchdown, and the Bears with a nice little touchdown right before the half. Now we'll try to convert what has been the toughest part of their night so far, trying to get this extra point.
Absolutely.
Normally something that's pretty automatic for young Evan Smith. Good snap. Good placement. Smith line drives it right through the middle of the uprights this time. And the Bears have a 19-13 lead with 27 seconds left to go in the opening half. We'll step away here on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
Tonight's broadcast of Golden Bear Sports is proudly streamed by BMU Cable and high-speed internet. BMU is your hometown local provider for digital HD cable and high-speed internet. Call BMU today at 419-633-6100 or visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net. Go Bears from all of us at BMU.
We are back here at Liberty Center. Jim Funderburg along with Chris Malenga. And 27 seconds, Chris. The Bears, I think, need to do a good job here on the defensive side. Keep Liberty from any kind of sudden scores.
Got to keep cover this kick well.
Sturgill goes back along with Like. Like will be the young fellow that's going to go up on the visitor side to about the 10-yard line. Sturgill will be on the home side here at the 10. As the Bears wait to get the football and kick this thing off. Liberty with 3 timeouts left in this first half, as they have not used any of theirs. The Bears used 2 of theirs. First to slow things down to get the football back, and then once to kill the clock during that last drive. And the Bears very efficient, able to turn that into 6 points real quickly, and then the extra point for the first time tonight makes it 19-13.
4 plays, 34 yards on that drive.
Bears going to kick this thing off, and they will kick it on a line drive to the left corner past Sturgill, and it'll actually go out of bounds down around the 10-yard line.
That's okay.
So you do eliminate the return, and you know the returns have been pretty decent by Liberty here tonight. They've started with good field position. They will start with decent field position here. But again, you do not give them the opportunity with that kind of a kick to be able to run that thing back. In fact, they're going to make them. They're going to take a 5-yard penalty and make them kick that thing over. Is what Liberty's decision is going to be. They're going to make it do it one more time. So Sturgill and Like again go back deep. This time they'll be a little bit closer.
I don't think you get the option in college. I think it's just automatically at the 40.
Liberty decided to take the 5. They'd like to get an opportunity to run this thing back, and Adams and now Evan Smith will get another opportunity here to kick this ball with both deep backs at the 15 now instead of the 10. Again, Like on the visitor side, Sturgill here on the home side. Bears talking it over.
I like to see the onside kick.
That would be a gutsy play with 27 seconds left to go in the first half. Smith addresses the ball, kicks it again. One of those low squibblers. It's going to hit on the 20. It'll be picked up by Sturgis on about the 18-yard line, right up the Liberty sideline, knocked down at the 32 or 3. And we do have a penalty back here around the 47-yard line on the Liberty sideline. We'll have to see a holding call against Liberty, I would believe.
There is a flag on the play.
Holding Liberty, so that's going to move them back even farther with 23 seconds left to go here in this opening half.
They marked it at the 45.
Ball was down back here at about the 32. So you take the penalty from there. Yes, we will, and let's mark this thing off.
I think it'll be down at the 35. Let's see what they do.
Well, the
should be at the 35.
Ball comes out. 32, you'll mark it off from the.
Oh, it was a hold at the 32?
No, the ball will be marked off though at the end of the run. So the 32 is where the ball was marked. The hold happened out here at about the 43, but the 10 yards will be marked up from the 33 back to about the 23-yard line, and it will be first down and 10 with 23 seconds. So it's a 23, 23, 23. I don't know what that means. Maybe that means McGuire Vollmer is the intended receiver right now. They'll run this football heading towards the left side, and that is their quarterback, Jared Crew, and Crew will turn the left corner for about 2 yards. And I believe Liberty is going to be very happy to allow that one to be the last play of the first half as they just work their way back to the huddle. That'll do it. First half's in the books. Bears and the Tigers are battling here at Liberty Center tonight, and the Bears go to the locker room with a 19-13 lead on the main stop scoreboard. We'll have the Bryan Golden Bears band and come back with some halftime interviews and some conversation right after this timeout.
Things are pretty much business as usual here at Bryan Ford Lincoln. Our techs are providing the same high-quality service that everyone in Northwest Ohio expects. Our sales team is providing our customers with the best price on new and pre-owned vehicles. Everyone is focused on winning another President's Award from Ford. Yeah, pretty much business as usual. Oh, I guess there is one thing different. Stop out and see the all-new Bryan Ford Lincoln.
This is my story. I'm a mother of 3, a wife, and a cat operator. I earned my degree in mechanical engineering technologies. Now I have a career doing exactly what I studied. I learned.
The songwriter says it's about a variety of people with strong opinions. Really can't agree that this is a decision. Holiday. Sometimes it can be a challenge to find something to say. You're looking for the perfect song lyric, the perfect words. They just can't be found. Our next chart is by the group Chicago and was on the album Chicago 2. Released in June of 1970, it is about the process of writing a song. You won't find us waiting for the break of day, which here at Liberty Center this morning was 7:26 a.m. Here is 25 or 624. Wow, the 80s. Commodore 64 computers, the introduction of McNuggets at McDonald's, 20-pound cell phones, new Coke, big hair, and the birth of MTV. One of the first stars of MTV was Dee Snider and Twisted Sister. Our closer was released on their 1984 album Stay Hungry and has been used in a variety of ways. What do you want to do with your life? I want to rock. To the Bryan High School Marching Band closer, we're not gonna take it.
Halftime at Tiger Stadium. It is the Golden Bears 19, the home team 13 here on the Golden Bears Sports Network. Back after this with halftime statistics.
And we're back here at Liberty Center. Chris and Jim on a Friday night. We're midway through this halftime. And the Bears up 19-13 right now. I got Randy Roberts with me right now with the Bryan Times. And Randy, give me a little thoughts about that first half. I think for anybody looking at the score, or if they're at another stadium tonight, they're thinking, holy mackerel, what's happening over in Liberty here tonight?
It's been a real good game so far here through a half, and the Bryan defense obviously has impressed me the most, getting the two touchdowns. And sorry, I get people blowing up my phone. Hey, is that true? I saw that. It can't be right.
That's about it.
pretty good game so far.
Has been. It's been a very good game so far, and I think you've noticed that the Bears the last couple of weeks starting to get a little confidence, playing a little better football, I think.
Yeah, coming in on a 2-game winning streak, and you can tell that that's really carried through here this week, and a big kind of trying to get a statement and really trying to kind of ruin Liberty's season. I think the Tigers might be out of the league race a little bit, but still a very good shot at the playoffs. Granted, they need a win here, and I'm sure Bryan would love nothing more than to put a damper on that.
Well, you know what? The Bears have always had a hard time going to Liberty and going to PH. Last week they went to PH and kind of rolled, and I think it's got their confidence up over here. Whether that'll hold in the second half, I'm not sure. But, Liberty, I'm sure, I would expect they're going to go right back to their bread and butter here in this third quarter and start pounding that football, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, that has been the one thing. Liberty has been able to run the ball fairly efficiently. I don't know what you guys had, but I didn't even add up my Liberty stats. I saw Bryan had, 1 yard rushing or maybe -1. That's one thing that...
We'll let Chris go dig in here for some stats right now for us right now.
I'm bringing in graph paper and unbelievable, but I'm sure you're going to see a heavy dose of the backs there from Liberty. And the good thing for Bryan, and what I was telling some of these guys in here too, I'm glad to see that Bryan isn't going with Novus to do everything. The handful of times I've seen Bryan, Zach's really had to carry the load on offense, and he's done a pretty good job throwing the football, but it's kind of good seeing some of these other guys involved in the running game where he's not taking a ton of hits like he has been.
You're exactly right, and all of a sudden now you're seeing good things starting to happen as Chris Malenga's over there. You got some stats for us real quick, Chris?
Randy's absolutely right. It was -1 yard rushing, so
there you go.
He's right.
I just make the numbers up. And really it was a lot worse. They got the 2 runs there that ended up getting the touchdown, and then that 8-yard run before it. It was really, really ugly. But I imagine the Bears want to kind of shorten the game up, and the best way to do that is to run the football. But that's kind of been a problem so far today. So I'm sure that's probably been one thing that the coaches have talked about.
The only thing that I could see that both these two coaches are a little upset with, I think, are penalties. Both these teams have had some penalties. Both times they've kind of hurt some drives that they thought they had started.
Yeah, that's the same thing I thought too. And how about that fake punt?
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Big play too.
We sat up here thinking, here it comes. What was your thought? Do you think he had a hot call at the very end since that ball rolled back to him?
See, that was my thought.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was on, but then when he noticed the bad snap and he goes, hey, you know what? I just might need to get rid of this thing in a hurry. It's better, and it helps out when your quarterback's the punter too, and he's got a lot of things he can do. So Crew's able to come up with that play and really help out. But Bryan's been able to battle through those, and again, 2 defensive touchdowns have to really help out, and that's they're out in front now. Let's see if they can hold on to it.
Well, that's what Coach Redhead wanted to do. He thought if he could get a couple touchdowns up on these guys, they're a running team. They don't put touchdowns on the board real quick, but they have shown the ability to throw the ball pretty nicely tonight.
Yeah, Crew's got a nice ball. I know the interception, it looked like it just sailed on him a little bit because he did have a guy. I thought he had a guy open. It got away from him a little bit, and it was a nice return on that as well. And he does have a nice ball throwing it, but Novus has had a nice touch too. Zach's always impressed me with what he's able to do throwing the football, and he's done a real nice job.
And how about Bryson Andrews the last couple of games being the guy?
He's been unbelievable catching the football. So again, this is I haven't seen Bryan since the Wauseon game.
Yeah, okay.
I talked to you guys a little bit after. Yeah, so it's been a few weeks. So obviously, Bryan's playing a lot better.
Things have turned around just a little bit. Before we head to a commercial break here, real quick, let's talk about that Wauseon ball game too, because PH got out early tonight. Randy, they're up 2 touchdowns. The score of the halftime right now isn't even close, is it?
Yeah, I got a friend of mine over there, and then they're talking in the other room over here that 14-0 PH on Wauseon, and then I get a halftime text. Oh, by the way, Wauseon's up 35-14. So whatever didn't work obviously got fixed. So that's more. Wauseon's fight for a playoff spot. I heard heard Evergreen and Archibald's only 9-0 at the half right now.
It's
Archibald
9-0
in front of that one. So, a close football game there. Liberty's fighting for a playoff spot here. We're talking in my inner circle of friends when we talk high school football. I'm looking at probably 3 teams from the league making the playoffs, but they lose, and then that number's going to go down. Swanton really's on the outside, kind of looking in. Evergreen's not eliminated. Granted, they need a win, but they're not. They're not out. If they happen to come back, with only 9-0, anything can happen. This
they need to win.
19-13.
They need to win too.
Here, so.
Evergreen needs to win out, though.
So they do need to win out.
Well, the neat thing I think of this conference this year is you don't have any clear-cut favorite. Archibald does have, I guess, a little bit wrapped up, but the rest of that bunch, they're very competitive on a Friday night. Yeah,
and I'm sure Wassiana would probably love nothing more than to play Archibald again, because that was one that kind of got away from them early, and they battled back. But you're absolutely right. We kind of at the beginning of the year we thought that Liberty was kind of head and shoulders above everyone else, and they stumbled a couple of times. So it's been a pretty even league.
Well, the injuries, I think, for Liberty, you can speak to that before we head to the commercial break, but they had a couple guys down there for those 2 weeks, and they really had some difficulties then.
Yeah, I know Northwest didn't play at least one of them, and maybe both of them, and that was a big one for him, too. You've seen everything that he can do, and that one kind of hurt, but he's back running the football, him and Yaney's carried the ball a handful of times too, and Sonnenberg. They got a lot of nice guys running the football. So glad, I'm sure they're glad to have him back in.
You can catch Randy Roberts' summary of this ball game in the Bryan Times here. So make sure you follow Randy here for the rest of the year. And Randy, as always, thanks for joining us here at halftime today, buddy.
Hey, anytime, Jim. Love doing it.
All right, it is 19-13 on the main stop scoreboard. The Bears on top by 6 as we step away here on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
An insurance policy is essentially a promise to pay for covered losses that occur to your assets. At Andrews O'Neill & Lowe, we take this promise seriously, from the minute you accept the policy to the moment the loss occurs and beyond. That's why we place your auto, home, or business insurance with an experienced carrier like the Central Mutual Insurance Company. Our expertise, matched with Central's quality products and service, provide you protection, security, and peace of mind. Andrews O'Neill & Lowe is your local Central agent. Call us today at 419-636-5050.
As the baby boomer generation tires of traditional send-offs, funerals are becoming increasingly more personalized. People are pre-planning their own remembrance gathering. Pre-planning is easy and will pay off both emotionally and financially for you and your family. Plus allows you more control over your last hurrah. At Krill Funeral Service, we're not just funeral directors. We are experts at helping hearts heal. They say there is strength in numbers. In Bryan, we have always taken pride in supporting our Golden Bear student athletes in all of their sporting endeavors. The Bryan Athletic Boosters now have a chance for you to get into the game. If you're Bryan proud, it's time to become Bryan strong. Whether you were a BHS athlete, are raising a BHS athlete, or just love supporting our Bryan High School athlete, this is your chance to be part of the BHS sporting community. Talk to any board member today on how easy it is to join, or contact us at 419-636-4536.
Back here at Liberty Center, Jim and Chris, as we go quickly through some of the stats in that first half, Chris.
Bryan with 5 first downs, 4 by the pass, 1 by the rush. Liberty Center 8 first downs, 3 by the pass, 4 by the rush, 1 by a penalty. Bryan was 1 of 4 for third down. Liberty Center 3 of 6 for third down, but they were also 2 of 2 for fourth down. Total yards of offense, Bryan with 147, Liberty Center with 174. 148 yards passing for young Zach Nobis. He was 8 of 11 for 148. He's averaging 18.5 yards per pass. And meanwhile, Liberty Center crew is 4 of 6 for 70 yards passing. He has 1 interception. Rushing, the Bears rushed 8 times for -1 yards. And Liberty Center rushed 26 times for 104 yards. Bryan was penalized 6 times for 45 yards. Liberty Center penalized 5 times for 45 yards. Taking a look at some individual statistics first for the Golden Bears. Nobis again 8 of 11 for 148 yards. His long was 46 yards and has 1 touchdown. Rushing, Nate Miller has 3 attempts for -6 yards. Zach Nobis 5 attempts for 5 yards. Receiving, Logan Clemens caught 1 ball for 7 yards. Nate Miller 2 balls for 10 yards. Evan Smith, that 46-yard pass touchdown pass from Zach Nobis. That's the only one he's caught. Bryson Andrews, 4 balls for 85 yards. He has a long of 44 yards. On the Liberty Center side, Jarrett Crew is 4 of 6 for 70 yards. He has no touchdowns and an interception. Rushing, he's carried the ball 5 times for 1 yard. Northwest has carried the ball 11 times for 35 yards. His long is 9. Connor Sonnenberg carried it once for -7. Caleb Carpenter, the workhorse, 8 carries for 41 yards. He has a touchdown. And Austin Like, 1 carry for 34 yards. That was a 34-yard touchdown. That's all she wrote. The drive summary: the Bears' drive started with a 6-play, 39-yard drive. It started on their 8-yard line after 2 penalties, and it was a result of a punt. Liberty Center got the ball back. They went 6 plays, 29 yards, and threw an interception. The Bears, right after that interception, a long strike, 46-yard touchdown pass from Zach Nobis to Evan Smith. After Liberty Center got the ball back, they won 7 plays, 53 yards for a touchdown. Bryan got the ball back, just a 3-and-out, only getting 1 yard. Liberty Center then had a fumble that was returned for a touchdown on their next drive after a 6-play, 24-yard drive. Bears went 4-and-out with a punt. Liberty Center had a touchdown with a 7-play, 58-yard drive, and then the Golden Bears with a 4-play, 34-yard drive for a touchdown. Liberty Center had to punt back to the Bears, and that is all she wrote at the end of the first half of play. So there you have it.
Bears will have to kick this off to Liberty as we're getting ready to open up this third quarter. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back for the kickoff here on the Q 96.5 FM.
Tonight's broadcast of Golden Bear Sports is proudly streamed by BMU Cable and High-Speed Internet. BMU is your hometown local provider for digital HD cable and high-speed internet. Call BMU today at 419-633-6100 or visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net. Go Bears from all of us at BMU.
High-Speed Internet halftime show. I want to thank all of our sponsors: Newcomer, Schaefer, Spangler, and Breininger, Maramade, Miralty, American Family Insurance, Stark's Heating and Cooling, Thiel Supply, Fair Auto Repair, Bryan Ford Lincoln, Northwest State Community College, Andrews O'Neill and Lowe, Crow Funeral Home and Crematory, the Bryan Athletic Boosters, Darrow Shirkey Ford, Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home, and of course BMU Cable and High-Speed Internet.
Bears will kick from your right, heading towards your left. Liberty Center sends back deep Like and Sturgill. Sturgill will be on the home side. Like will be on the visitor side, standing at the 10-yard line. And Evan Smith, the senior soccer player, about ready to kick this third quarter off. 12 on the clock. Smith attacks the ball, kicks it towards the right, a little pop-up that'll hit on the 20 and bounce down to the 10 at Like, and Like will be bottled up around the 17 and knocked down right there. I think that was a great idea for a kick, a little kind of pop fly that ended up in no man's land out in the flat on the visitor's sideline down around that 15-yard line. Like had to wait for it to stop rolling a little bit to pick it up. By that time, the Bears, with good coverage, keep it to just a short pickup. It'll be first down and 10 as Liberty will head left to right now on your radio dial, as they say. First down and 10 just underway here, quarter number 3, and they will go under center with Crew to start things off. He'll put 2 running backs right behind him, single back wide receiver to the top, and that's that dive play, and they'll go right back to Carpenter. They'll go straight up the middle of the football field for a couple as he'll get close to the 15 or the 25-yard line, so they'll give him about 4 on that first down run. And it'll set second down, and they actually give him 5, second down and 5, as the ball started at the 20 and it's knocked down at the 25. So give him 6, second down and 4. Again, 2 running backs in the backfield. Crew goes under center again, and they bunch everything up tight with 1 receiver to the top. They'll hand off and try to sweep towards the home sideline. This time the running back West will cross the 26 and get to about the 27 before his pins are pulled out from him. And again, I'll tell you, the young fellow playing on both sides, Bryson Andrews, on the bottom of that pile with the tackle, sets up a third down now and 1 for the Liberty Center Tigers. How big would this be for the Bears to be able to stuff them right here and get this football back, Chris?
Be super big.
They'll send a single receiver, Brendan Morris, topped on the visitor's sideline. 2 running backs in the backfield. Under center goes Crew, and he'll turn, give it to Carpenter. Carpenter gets slowed down in the backfield, and I think he'll be short. Nice job by the Bears. And again, Andrews the first guy in, shooting underneath everybody. Noah Rohrer also cut him down, and it's 4th down and 1 as they give him no gain on that. And Liberty leaves the offense on the field with 4th and 1 at the 29-yard line.
Got to watch for a fake here. I know it's pretty deep in their territory, but
I don't think they're going to even attempt to even. They're just bringing the offense back on the field, and they're going after this thing. Coach said, get out and get this thing done, and Jarrett Crew works his offense up to the line of scrimmage, goes under his center, and he'll sneak it forward. Not a lot of room, but he didn't need an awful lot, and I think he got just what he needed for that first down as he gets across the 30-yard line. Needed about a yard, got about a yard and a half. It'll be 1st down and 10, and Liberty just said, okay, if you can't get this one, then we don't win. We don't deserve the ball game here tonight. I would have to believe that's what the coaches said here tonight. Casey Muller said, come on, guys. This isn't Liberty football. Get out and make it happen. 9:45 to play, 3rd quarter. Liberty got the kick. They have the football. First down now of this drive. They're on the own 31-yard line. Handoff goes to Carpenter, and Carpenter able to break the first wave, but not get too much past that as he crosses the 31 to the 32. That'll give him 2 yards on that one. And a nice job by Miller to get down low and knock him down. It'll say his 2nd down now and 8. And so far, this vaunted offense and this running attack has done a decent job, Chris, but to this moment, knock on wood, have not really been able to break anything real long.
Yeah, Liberty Center now with 118 yards on 31 attempts.
Carpenter, the only running back, he's in the fullback spot and he's down. They'll pitch and he'll sweep home sideline. They string him out. Miller gets a hold of him. Ball's loose. Bez at the football up the sideline. 20, 15 on his feet and heading towards the end zone is Logan Clemens. And Clemens is going to return this one about 35 for 6. So the ball security issues that Liberty's had tonight has cost them 2.
Was that Carpenter again?
Pickups. Yep, Carpenter fumbled the football. And Clemens was right there to scoop it up. He waited for the wave to go past him, broke a tackle, and then scampered in the end zone. 35 yards in for the touchdown, and the Bears now have a 25-12 lead at the 8:46 mark here, 3rd quarter, with the extra point coming. And the Bears will go for 1. Smith out again to try this extra point. Good snap, good placement, good kick. Bears up 26-13 as we walk away here from Liberty Center with the Golden Bears leading on the main stop scoreboard by 13 points with 8:46 to play in the 3rd quarter. 26-13 here on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
Things are pretty much business as usual here at Bryan Ford Lincoln. Our techs are providing the same high-quality service that everyone in Northwest Ohio expects. Our sales team is providing our customers with the best price on new and pre-owned vehicles. Everyone is focused on winning another President's Award from Ford. Yeah, pretty much business as usual. Oh, I guess there is one thing different. Stop out and see the all-new Bryan Ford Lincoln.
Picked up the football and been able to find their way to the end zone on that defensive side of the ball, and both times Carpenter puts it on the turf. Bears pick it up and scoop it in for 6.
Yep, absolutely.
Dom James gets the first one, and then Logan Clemens with that last one, and the Bears all of a sudden very advantageous on that defensive side of the ball. And I'll tell you what, the black hole is a little quiet right now here on the black hole side. Again, Like back deep and Sturgill on the home side, Like to the top. Bears to kick this thing off with it. They've got to have about as much confidence going through them right now as they've had for a long, long time. And Coach Redhead and his staff have to be happy with the way that this team has kind of matured as the year went on.
I'd put it in the exact same spot you did.
Smith kicks it, and it is about the same spot. This time, though, Like able to field it in the air at the 20, across the 30, right in front of the Bears bench, and down at about the 33. So the Bears again with some decent coverage as they mark his forward progress to the 33-yard line of the Liberty Center Tigers. It'll be 1st down now and 10. And this is exactly what Coach Redhead wanted to do. Try to get himself up a couple scores and see if he couldn't keep ahead of them. and force them to try to do some things maybe that they're not the most comfortable at doing, and that is maybe throw that football, although Crew has shown a pretty decent touch tonight. He goes under center again, 2 running backs in his backfield. He'll fake, and he'll roll and throw this little ball out to Carpenter in the flat. He makes the first guy miss at the 40. He's still on his feet at midfield, and he's into Bryan territory at the 48-yard line, and we may have a face mask on Logan Clemens here as they were bringing him down. The flag at the 49-yard line of Bryan, and we're going to march a few more yards towards the Bryan goal line with this penalty, I'm afraid.
I feel like it wasn't a personal foul face mask, but we'll see what happens.
It is a 5-yard walk-off. It'll move the ball inside the 45 to about the 44-yard line. It'll be first down and 10 now for Liberty, after the screen pass was successful in picking up a nice chunk of yardage to Caleb Carpenter. Sonnenberg goes wide to the visitor sideline. They'll put a wing on the left and the right. Now they move that wing to the tight end spot. They turn and hand the ball to West. He comes right off right tackle, and he'll be across the 40 to about the 39-yard line. And I'll tell you what, you got quite a battle going with Joe Fenner down here, and young Mr. Caleb Johnson, who came in here from the Toledo League. Big fellow maybe starting to find out that it's a little tougher the deeper you go in this conference, as he kind of prides himself on being the big bulldog on that offensive line. They gave him 6 on the run, 2nd down and 4. Under center goes Crew. Dive play goes again to Caleb Carpenter, and Carpenter will have the first down as he's across the 35 and close to the 31. They'll move the sticks. Again, that quick little dive play to Carpenter, headed towards the left tackle spot that time, and was able to find a nice little hole for the first down. Clock moving at 7:49 to play here in the third quarter, and the Bears up 26-13 on the main stop scoreboard if you're just tuning in.
Caleb Carpenter has 13 carries, 54 yards, and a touchdown.
Carpenter again in that running back spot, and they'll hand to West this time. West has room on that left side again as the pile moves across the 25 to about the 24-yard line. So West gets 6, maybe 7 on first down. And all of a sudden now that running game starting to chew up 5, 6, 7, 8 yards. And the Bears defense, as the night goes on, are going to be a stress test here tonight against this run. You got to believe Liberty, it's too early for them to get away from what they do best. If they can drive it down and put a touchdown on the board, they're right back in this ball game. Carpenter again, the only back in the backfield. Crew again in the under center. They bring West in motion towards us, and now we have a whistle and a procedure call, I believe, before the ball got going. And that's exactly it. Snap infraction. That's the second time that's happened tonight.
I don't know what the difference between
I think you've got a
snap infraction, a legal procedure, and a false start.
I think we got a center who's moving the football around on that ground down there. Second down now and 8 for Liberty as that moves them back to about the 28-yard line. Clock at 7 minutes even as Crew goes under center. Again, Carpenter in the backfield. They'll bring West in motion. They'll pitch it to him. He'll sweep right in. He's got a block. He's heading to the sideline. They trip him up finally at the 15-yard line. And a nice job by Logan Clemens to do exactly that. But West turned the corner, and when he turned, he got a good block, and it looked like he might be rumbling towards the end zone, but a nice job by the Bears to get down to the ankles and pull him down. So Logan Clemens with a nice effort. Ball at the 15 now with the clock under 7 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Morris will go wide to the visitor's side, and he has Spencer Winsler one-on-one with him up there. Carpenter again, the only back in the backfield. Crew under center. They'll bring West in motion towards the home side and give the ball to Carpenter on the dive right up the middle of the field, and he grinds his way inside the 10 to about the 8. So give him about 7 for Carpenter as that offensive line just pushed everybody backwards. So Carpenter down into the 8. He needs about 2 for a first down. It'll be second down and a couple, so they can get a first down without scoring this touchdown. Clock again down around 6 minutes, third quarter. Plenty of time in the second half. Bears scored twice tonight on defensive scoops fumbles of Caleb Carpenter that they ran in for touchdowns. Big scoop here would be a good thing. Crew with the quarterback draw, and he'll be close to that first down. I think he's got it at the 5. Crew does a pretty decent job with his faking. That time it was just him going forward, and I think he lost the football, Chris, is what it looked to me like. He bobbled it a little bit, wanted to hand the ball off, but didn't have a choice that way, was able to secure it, and the offensive line had given him enough room that he was able to pick that first down up. Needs to drop that ball here on the turf in the black hole and let these guys, the visitors from Bryan, scoop one more up. First and goal at the 5. 2 running backs in the backfield, and they'll hand that ball to Carpenter, and Carpenter's fighting towards the end zone. It'll be close, but it'll be turned away at about the 2. And in fact, they're going to say down at the 1. So Carpenter got about 4. And the Bears goal line defense kind of comes in. They bring one guy in and one guy out.
Yeah.
Trying to make some things happen maybe in the middle of that defensive front. Again, Crew under center. He'll call his own number. He'll head towards the left. He'll get in the end zone. Just kind of worked his way back behind that left guard and let that whole left side just push forward. And Crew ends up in the end zone with a touchdown. And just like that, at the 5-minute mark now, the Bears have a 7-point lead, 26-19.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jim, you know, they used a lot of time here. It wasn't a quick drive. And so now the Bears just need to get it back and have a long drive of their own.
Bears just need to keep answering. You're right, Chris. If they can do that, this can go the way that they want to, and they can bring another win home to Bryan here on a Friday night from hostile territory, let's call it. Good snap. This kick pushed to the right. It might have been tipped by the Bears. That was Miller that came shooting through there, and I think he might have got it, or Bryson Andrews. One of the two of them came firing in there. That ball was kicked towards the right and went outside the right upright, so the score stays at 26-19 on the main stop scoreboard. 5:01 to play, third quarter. We'll step away on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
This is my story. I'm a mother of 3, a wife, and a cat operator. I earned my degree in mechanical engineering technologies. Now I have a career doing exactly what I studied. I learned more, now I earn more.
Back here at Liberty, Chris and Jim on a Friday night. And Christopher, this has been a very fun Friday evening.
It has. It's been a very well played game by both teams, and the Bears just need to hang in there. Up 7 right now. It's still 9-0. Arch pulled up over Evergreen. That's it.
I'll tell you what, Evergreen has come miles this year.
Yes, they have. They started out 0-3 or 0-4, something like that.
Young football team starting to grow up as well, and we'll see how those sophomores will react next year. Dean will stand back on the visitors' sideline at the 10. And Clemens will be at the 10 on the home side. And this short kick will bring him up. He'll get it on the bounce of the 20. Head right to the middle of the football field. He's got an opening. He's at the 35. Heading towards the top of the field. Got the ball at the midfield stripe, and he's inside Liberty territory at the 46-yard line. And you know what, Chris? I'm going to tell you this. Logan Clemens has come an awful long way as well.
Absolutely.
As he all of a sudden got into traffic, and one of the bad habits all the Bears have had earlier was to leave that ball loose in traffic. He got to the 45-yard line, saw a bunch of black jerseys, put 2 hands on the football, put his head down, and barreled his way into Liberty Center, and is down at the Liberty 46-yard line. A nice job of ball security by the Golden Bears here tonight.
Yeah, good starting field position for the Bears.
Now you got the big fellow in the backfield as you bring Devontae Royster to the left right now of Zach Nobis in that backfield as he's in the pistol look. See if the big guy will get the ball. They're going to throw on first down. Nobis now going to run it. He'll head straight up the middle of the football field. 45-yard line is what he gets before he finds a stone wall of black jerseys. So about a yard on that first down run. He was looking down the football field, couldn't find anybody open, pulled it down, and the whole kind of collapsed on him after he got a yard to the 45. 4:28 now and counting here in the third quarter. Excellent NWOAL football game tonight on a Friday night. 26-19 Bears on the main stop scoreboard. Triples go to the top. Royster to the right now of Nobis in the pistol. Andrews the only receiver on the top side. They'll throw that little screen pass up to Smith. He'll get a block, head towards his sideline, and he'll get about 6, maybe 7 on that carry as he crosses the 40 and gets down to about the 38.5. We'll give him 7.5. It'll be third down and about 3 for the Bears. 4:05 to play here in quarter number 3. They'll say he got 6 on that one. Add that to the 1 they got on first down. It's third down and 3. Running back to the right and to the left now of Zach Nobis. Miller and Royster in that backfield. Doubles to the top, single to the bottom. Will the Bears run this one? They'll hand it to big Devontae Royster. He's coming around the left end, and he's got room. He's inside the 35. He picks his way down to the 30, and he steps across the 30 to the 29-yard line, and the big fella got exactly what he needed. A first down for the Golden Bears.
You always wonder when the big guy runs on off the left side on a sweep.
Yep.
You know, you want him to run through the tackles, you want him to run up the middle, but the sweep, you don't usually see the big guys do that, but he seemed to handle that one just fine.
Devontae, I think, fancies himself a little wingback at about 5'8" and 160 pounds.
Now he's going out as a wideout.
Instead he's 6'3" and 240, and he's in the slot right now with 3 other receivers to the top side. Empty look again for Zach Nobis. He'll roll that direction, and Nobis, I think, is going to run this one. No, he's going to throw it. He's got a wide open guy at the 10. That's Dean. He's inside the 5 and out of bounds down around the goal line. I'll tell you what, you've got to like that, and a roughing the passer call will go against Liberty Center. A little frustration, I believe, coming from the guys in the black jerseys. And I'll tell you what, a well-designed play, as you actually had Devontae Royster just stand up and clean somebody's clock as they were trying to come rushing on that top side. Nobis then ran around him and found his wide receiver, Austin Dean, wide open down around the 10. Dean brought it down inside the 5 and got knocked out at about the 1-yard line. First down and goal for the Bears. And you want to know what they're going to do right now, Chris? Remember that power look we see when we get down the goal line? I got to believe you got to stack them all up right now and push this thing forward.
Where they got it marked?
Down at the 1.
Wow.
First down and goal for the Bears. Nobis will go under center. He's got 2 backs in the backfield. He'll turn and hand it to Devontae Royster, and Royster just powers his way through a wide open hole on the right side. And Devontae Royster has his 2nd touchdown now of the season. And there's still 32-yard line, but that was from the play before. So they're going to hand that back to the official. All of a sudden I looked down and said, oh man, there's a flag down, but it's clear back here 31 yards away from the line of scrimmage.
They just forgot to pick that one up.
One that they lost there. Bears up 13 now, 32-19 with the extra point coming. 3:18 to play third quarter, and the Bears answered that Liberty score with a score of their own. Good snap, good placement. Kick is right through the uprights, and the Bears now back up by 14, 33-19 as we walk away here on the Golden Bear Sports Network. Jim and Chris on a Friday night. This is going to come right down to the wire tonight.
An insurance policy is essentially a promise to pay for covered losses that occur to your assets. At Andrews O'Neill & Lowe, we take this promise seriously, from the minute you accept the policy to the moment the loss occurs and beyond. That's why we place your auto, home, or business insurance with an experienced carrier like the Central Mutual Insurance Company. Our expertise, matched with Central's quality products and service, provide you protection, security, and peace of mind. Andrews O'Neill & Lowe is your local Central agent. Call us today at 419-636-5050.
Ford Fiesta that has a final price of under $13,500 here at Darryl Shirky Ford Lincoln. How did we get?
They say there's a ball game that we didn't expect, and tonight, the Bears are doing really well through almost 3/4 of football right now.
Yeah, they really are, and you know what? They answered that long drive by Liberty Center with a pretty decent drive of their own, helped off by a really nice kickoff return. That was Logan Clemens, who took it up for 26 yards after he caught the ball, and so that set him up at the 46-yard line of Liberty Center, and all they needed was, let's see, they needed 4 plays, 46 yards.
Northwest now drops back, and he will head towards the Bryan sideline, back at about the 10-yard line. Sturgill on the center of the football field right now. And the Bears will kick that ball down towards West, and he'll field it at the 11-yard line, heading towards the middle of the football field, looking for a block. Gets around the initial containment at the 30, still on his feet at the 32. Bears ripping at the ball at the 35. West will go down after a nice run back to the 35-yard line, and to be taken down right in front of his bench.
Somebody's a little slow to get up.
So Northwest brought it out, and we do have a young fella down on the ground right now.
He's up now. I think it was 55, Jim.
55 is Kristen Cayley. So 3:08 to play third quarter. Liberty has the football, but they find themselves down 2 touchdowns. They're on their own 35-yard line. Now they'll send 2 wide receivers to the top of the field and go into a pistol look. Quarterback's going to keep it himself, and he'll cross the 35 to about the 36-yard line. And Jarrett Crew will get 2 on first down. So they showed pass, and Crew with a run all the way gets a couple. The clock under 3 minutes to play here, quarter number 3.
Now, you know, Liberty Center trying to spread it out just a little bit. Even if they don't pass, they're trying to widen the defense up to give them some more room up front.
Crew goes back under center this time with 2 running backs in the backfield. And he'll hand it to the first guy, and that is the big fella, Caleb Carpenter. And Carpenter this time just gets to the line of scrimmage and no more. Dom James was the guy on the bottom of that pile. And Potvin also on the bottom of that pile. So third down and 7 now. And for the Bears also on the bottom there, 53, Ian Moore, who's been playing that left end spot tonight for the Bears, and he's been in the middle of those tackles several times. 2 minutes exactly to play, quarter number 3. Third down and 7. They'll run it out of the pistol. Drop, throw to the flats, too far and out of bounds. They were lucky. The Bears kind of slipped and lost their footing out of the midfield stripe. That one could have very been easily an easy catch for the first down at the midfield stripe. Instead, the ball thrown just a little too far. And it will set up a 4th down now and 7. And again, remember who's back there to punt. Jared Crew.
Come cover all the receivers this time.
Exactly. Bears have Miller back on his 30-yard line. Everybody else is kind of up and looking for whatever kind of trickeration that might come their way. Crew inside his 25. Low snap again. They'll pick this up and we'll kick it. And he got a boomer this time. Miller's going to let it kick, and it'll roll past him inside the 10, down to about the 6, and the Bears will have a first down and 10 on their own 6-yard line after a booming punt of about 56 yards.
Yep.
So, man, did he scooped that one up off the turf. The last time it rolled to him like that, he picked it up and threw it. This time, he just put his big right foot into that one and just bombed one down deep into the
wind too, though, man. That was right with the wind at his back. You can see this flag.
So first down and 10, and not a lot of window out there tonight, thank goodness. But there is a little, and you are right, it was at his back.
But that, regardless, that was a nice
That was a big kick.
Yes, it was.
6-yard line. Bears have the football. Let's see if they can manufacture a nice long drive with 1:39 to play here in the third quarter. They'll go back in the pistol again, and Royster will be to the left of Zach Nobis, who lines up at the 1. He'll turn and hand it off to Devontae, and Royster will get hit right pretty much at the line of scrimmage and drop maybe for a half-yard loss. In fact, they'll mark him down for a loss of about 1.
Devontae Royster carries the ball.
That time, good pressure from the interior of that Liberty Center line. And Royster had no place to go. Clock rolls at 1:17 to play here, quarter number 3. Bears really need to get a first down or 2.
They do.
Get it into the fourth quarter. And they don't need to be all that conservative. Doubles to the top, doubles to the bottom. They have shown so far tonight that Liberty's had a hard time covering them. Royster again to the backfield, left of Nobis, and he'll drop into his end zone, looking to throw. Now he'll toss it, and it was a little short and underthrown for Smith at the 10-yard line. It wasn't going very far anyway. It'll set up a third down now and 11 as we move under a minute to play here in quarter number 3. That stops the clock.
I like to see him pick on the left side because I feel like there's a mismatch. When they bring 2 guys out to the left side, there's only really 1 guy that's covering. They got a guy that's kind of cheating for that run, and I think that there can be some good yardage for the taking on the left side.
big momentum third down potential right now as Nobis comes out talking to his guys. He saw something and he's rearranging some things. He talks to Devontae Royster, who is to his left, and they're standing on their goal line. Doubles top, doubles bottom. Nobis drops. Here comes the blitz. It's a little screen pass to the middle of the football field, and it's complete. 15-yard line. Pile keeps moving, and they'll get to the 17, but they won't be quite enough to get the first down. Nice job by the Bears to keep that going. But it's going to be fourth down and probably about a yard for the Bears. And are they going to keep their offense on the football field right now? I'll tell you what, we are deep in Liberty territory. You go for this one with 20 seconds to go.
With it.
You know what he's going to do? He's going to let this quarter run out right now. 16 seconds on the big board. 19 seconds on the play clock. Bears aren't even going to run this one. They're going to allow the quarter to end. They'll head to the other direction and make up their mind what they want to do at that point in time. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1. Quarter number 3 is in the books as the Bears head to the sideline. And they have a 33-19 lead at the end of 3 here on the Q 96.5 FM.
Hi, I'm Dieter Held, here to tell you a little bit about the Darryl Shirkey Ford Lincoln employee discount. This is a Ford Escape S package with an MSRP of $24,495. Ford is offering a $3,500 rebate on this Escape. And here's where the Darryl Shirkey employee discount comes into play. It takes an additional $1,476 off the price of the Escape, bringing the total to $19,519.
How much can Darryl Shirkey's employee discount save you? The only way you'll know is to stop by and see us.
Tonight's broadcast of Golden Bear Sports is proudly streamed by BMU Cable and high-speed internet. BMU is your hometown local provider for digital HD cable and high-speed internet. Call BMU today at 419-633-6100 or visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net. Go Bears from all of us at BMU.
We've got 3 in the books right now, and all of a sudden now the favorites are winning now. Archibald now up by 3 touchdowns over Evergreen, and Wasion, who made a valiant effort, PH, who made a valiant effort against Wasion early, now has fallen down behind Wasion by over 3 touchdowns as well.
I don't know that they're.
We got the offense. We got the offense on the field, and we're in that pistol look with a running back to the right and left. It's fourth down and run. And now they're going to go up under center at the last second. They're going to try to catch them offside, but I don't think Liberty's not coming. So they'll call a timeout. Bears trying to get an easy one there. They couldn't get Liberty to cooperate with them.
Give it
so
to
they will
Royster.
take the first down.
Give it to Royster right up the middle. He'll have it.
Bears go over to the sideline to talk things over.
Now we're going to see a punt.
Little movement as they started in that pistol, and then all of a sudden Nobis came under center real quick and tried to get people to jump. And I think you're right. Here comes the punter.
Little mind game there.
We have 12 to play here in the football game. The Bears have a 2-touchdown cushion right now. And Liberty so far this evening has not shown any sign of really being able to have a quick strike offense. They are a running, pounding, bang you, knock your teeth in type of football team. 3 yards here, 6 yards there. And the Bears are happy to allow them to have those 2 and 3. It's that 30 and 40 right now that they're worried a little bit about. So Smith will come in to kick, and he'll be all the way back at his goal line. West will be the young man that was out here waiting for the kick, and he's at the 40-yard line expecting a short kick. Miller is the safety guy. He's standing at about the 9-yard line. Do you snap it to him and try to get a corner?
I would have given it to Royster on a regular thing there.
Smith looking things over just a little bit right now. Stands at his goal line. West standing at his 40. Good snap and a nice big high banging kick. West is going to let this one hit over his head. It's going to bounce deep into Liberty territory as it rolls inside the 30, and it gets down at the 26.
Perfect kick.
Both kickers all of a sudden showing their distance here as we get later in this football game. Nice job there. 24 coming this way. We're heading from the 10 on the other side. What was that, about 60-yarders, somewhere in that ballpark?
Yeah. Let's see.
Right in that ballpark, somewhere in that neighborhood.
It was, they got it from the 15. The snap was the 15.
35 and 24, so yeah, almost 50.
Yep.
Nice job by the Bears to turn the field here a little bit. Liberty Center now heading from your right to your left. And they have two running backs in the backfield, quarterback in the underneath center. They'll sweep left sideline. Bears slow it down. West will get the corner. He'll turn it to the 30, so he'll get 3, almost 4 on that first down run.
Do they allow hurdling now again? Because remember when Jimmy did that and got flagged?
Yeah, he did.
I don't know if they changed that rule.
Yeah.
It may very well have changed the rule.
He went up in the air, but he didn't. Shimmy kind of hurdled right over, stepped right over the guy. This guy didn't make it over the pile quite well enough. I think you're right, though. Gain of 4, second down and 6 now. Clock at 11:17. Get under center goes Crew, and he'll fake and keep the ball. He's sweeping left side, and they've got him. He'll be close to that first down. Bears slow him down at the 34-yard line. Play continues on just a little bit. Some folks wanting a late hit, but instead,
I don't think so. I mean, he was trying to get off of him is what was happening.
He's trying to go forward. Bears trying to get him to the ground. 3rd down and 1 now. Under 11 to play here in this football game. Winsler and Miller on the tackle. And Winsler again has to feel like the Maytag repairman as he tracks up there with Brendan Morris all by himself at the top of the football field. They'll have the dive play to Carpenter. Carpenter's loose. Midfield, heading towards the end zone. Can anybody catch him? 20, 15, 10. They got him inside the 10 at about the 7-yard line. Oh, boy. There's the one that you really didn't want to see happen.
Absolutely.
Carpenter has the Great Wall of China open up on the left side, and he goes scooting through that.
58-yard run.
What a big run as the ball gets set down on the Bryan 6 with 10:28 to play. 1st down and goal, Liberty. Man, the big fella, once he gets out in the open field, is a tough guy to bring down.
And to their credit, the Bears haven't given up too many of those.
And they did track him down. They give it to West. West goes left side, and he'll be close to the goal line as he spins down around the 2. And I think they drop him at about the 1. Clock now to 10:17 to play in this football game. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 1. Liberty, again, you got to believe, probably just going to try to pound this thing in from here. 10 minutes
runs.
Exactly now.
Austin Like had a 34-yard touchdown, and Caleb Carpenter with that 59-yard run.
Crew calls his own number, and they got caught in the wash, and just the wash took him right to the end zone. He had no place to go, but he had a couple of running backs coming from behind him to give him a little push from behind. And before it was all over and done with, West and Carpenter pushed Crew into the end zone for the touchdown. 33-25 now with the extra point coming at the 9:56 mark here in the ball game. This has been the dicey part of the game here this evening. Snap has been low, wide, all over the place. This one's a good one. This placement is good, and this kick is right through the uprights. So the extra point converted, and it's a 7-point game again with 9:56 to play in this ball game on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
It's been said a million times, there's nothing in the world more important than family. We understand that at Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Our entire staff is like family to us. They are some of the most caring, thoughtful, and dedicated people in our industry. In fact, our newest members are part of my family. When the time comes for your family to say goodbye, remember our family, Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, in Bryan, Sherwood, West Unity, and Hamilton.
They say there is strength. Chet Dangler on the other side there with his sign up. I haven't seen Big Chet running. It's not as easy to run on on this sideline with the bleachers that they have. So he's kind of stationary tonight, but I'm sure Chet's been doing his best to rev everybody up on the other sideline. Big Chet and I making our last trip over here to Liberty here tonight. Yeah. So, you know, we had to have a little kumbaya moment on the way over. You know how that works. And we'll have one on the way home, I'm sure. The Bears now with a 7-point lead, and they're about to get the football back.
Watch the onside kick. I know it's early, but the last time the Bears got surprised at Wasion.
Yep.
Just saying.
So the Bears have their hands guys in up close. And everybody's kind of scrunching in a little bit tighter right now just to make sure they cover all the gaps. Wasion about to kick this thing off.
Liberty Center.
I'm sorry.
I screwed you up.
You did, didn't you, huh? Liberty going to get a foot in and they'll kick it deep. Dean will scoop it up at the 19-yard line on the visitor sideline. Makes the first guy miss, gets to the 25, and he'll be taken down right there. You're right. You kind of put that power of suggestion in my mind, didn't you, huh?
Yep.
You know there's only one living brain cell up there, Christopher. How many times have we done this before?
Yep, you're right.
You say ice cream, I go ice cream.
I got to tell you, though, I'm kind of impressed we didn't have a blue flashes at all during the Archbowl game. That's truly impressive.
Well, you know, every now and then, even a guy like me finds an acorn. You know what they say?
That's right.
All right, we're under 10 minutes to play in the football game. Can the Bears offense put this one away with a nice long drive of about 5 minutes and a touchdown?
It's Chris and the blind squirrel.
They'll go into the pistol look. Triples to the top, doubles to the bottom. Novus all by himself in that backfield. They've got the blitz picked up, and he's got Dean on the sideline. Austin will pull it in at the 30 and then step out of bounds, so give him about 3, maybe 4 on that first down catch. So Austin Dean caught it and then got knocked out of bounds immediately, but it was a nice 4-yard pickup, and 4 yards every time right now gets the job done. Clock stopped, 9:46 to go in the ball game. Thank you. Thank you. Great food up here at Liberty too, you know.
Yummy hot dogs.
Doubles to the top, single to the bottom, and we got 2 running backs, 1 to either side of Novus here, lined up in that pistol in the backfield. Novus going to keep it himself, and he goes forward for a yard to about the 31. Gave it a little fake to the right, gave it a little fake to the left, and was hoping for a little better blocking right in front of him, but he's able to get a yard. It'll set up 3rd down now and 5, and the clock now under 9.5 minutes to play. Big 3rd down right here for the Bears.
Yep.
Boy, you can get this one. This could just turn the whole thing right around for you.
They just started the play clock. It's under 9 minutes when they snap.
Novus all by himself in the backfield. There's doubles to the top and triples to the bottom, and you can hear the crowd starting to get into this ball game here on the home side. Zach gets the football. Here comes the blitz. Novus steps out of the first rusher, but he can't get past the next 3. And he'll go down at the 30-yard line. And the Bears, unfortunately, will go 3 and out and have to give that football right back.
That's not what you wanted to happen.
Frankfurter was the young guy that made the tackle. I don't know whether there was just great coverage in the secondary or whether Zach was waiting for everything to open up in the center, was hoping to sneak one up that center of the football field for 5 yards. It did not work.
You got to do a quick throw there if you're going to throw.
Smith's going to kick. West will be back to return. He's on his 31-yard line. Smith stands on his 15, waiting for this snap. Low snap, picks it up off the bounce, gets it away, and it's a low line drive kick that bounces at the 45 and takes a roll towards the Bryan sideline and will go out of bounds at about the 31-yard line. Liberty will have the football on their own 31-yard line, 1st down and 10. 8:12 to play in the ball game.
39-yard punt there, Jim.
Liberty has 3 timeouts. The Bears have 2, in case you were wondering, in what has been a very solid football game tonight. 33-26. The Bears on top by 7 here in the 4th quarter. That main stop scoreboard has been the Bears' way most of the night here. Double running backs in the backfield, and again, Cruz will go under center. He'll turn and hand that ball to Carpenter. Last time he had it, he went the distance. This time he'll get about 5. Puts his head down, crosses the 35. In fact, they'll give him about the 37, almost the 38-yard line. So he'll get 6 on that first one.
Number 8, Clemens.
Clemens made the tackle. They'll give him 6, 2nd down and 4. I'm going to say it's closer to 7. It's more like 3.
Yeah.
7:46 to play in this football game. Cruz goes under center again. He'll keep it this time. He's going to sweep around the left end, and he'll have enough for the 1st down. Bears made him pay for it out around the 43-yard line. Winsler and Miller, the guys that made the tackle, but not before Cruz is able to keep it, turn the corner, and get what he needs for the 1st down. Now you wonder whether that Bears defense starting to get a little tired out there, and that big old offensive line maybe going to be able to take over and start to open up a few more holes than they did early. But all it takes is one more fumble on the night here is what the Bears looking for. Again, they bunch it back in. They got doubles towards the right. They'll turn and they'll come this way. West gets stopped in the backfield. Good job by the Bears to get good penetration on that offensive line. And we'll see the guy at the bottom, Bryson Andrews, the very first guy that made the step through that hole and was able to turn West from a runner into a standstill and a stand-up back. And with that, the Bears were able to pull him down for no gain.
Going under 7-minute mark.
Bears defense, boy, if they could hold right here, that would be monstrous. Again, Cruz goes under center, 2 backs in the backfield. Bears starting to punch everything up closer. They'll pitch to Carpenter. He'll sweep around the right end, breaks a couple tackles, and he's into Golden Bear territory, lowers the shoulder at the 40, and he's up to the 39-yard line. I'll tell you what, containment kind of broke down up on the top side of that football field. And Carpenter able to get around the corner. They'll mark him at the Bryan 40. It'll be first down and 10. Clock will start with 6:40 to play now in this football game. Carpenter and West again in that backfield. Carpenter the fullback, West the halfback towards the left side, and they'll give it to the big fella again. He's sweeping the home sideline. He's got the football inside the 35 to about the 33, and he's carrying that thing like a big old loaf of bread right now. If he can get up on him, he can strip that bad boy out one more time. He's already lost 2 of them here tonight. And if he's going to carry it that way, he's going to lose 1 more before the night's over. 6:07 to play in this ball game. Pickup is 8. Ball's at the 32.5-yard line, 33-yard line. Second down and 2, and let's see if they'll just stay with Carpenter right now, or Carpenter and West in the backfield. Carpenter, the fullback, they'll handle West this time on the dive. He spins the line of scrimmage, and it'll be close to that first down marker as he's right there at the 30. They'll move the sticks as he crosses the 30, and he's just inside the length of a football. 5:43 now. Bears up 33-26 here on the main stop scoreboard as we're heading our way towards the end of this football game. They wind the clock. 5:38 and ticking. Cruz goes under center again. Carpenter and West again the backfield. Fake the football to Carpenter, and this time Cruz keeps it, and he wished he gave it away.
I don't know that he faked it. I think he just did. They just got in there quickly. He couldn't hand it off.
Matt Harold was the guy that was there first, and he had a couple of other helpers there. Cruz made the carry, and he got about the length of a football, so about a half a yard. Third down or second down, and call it 9. And we're at 5 minutes to play in this football game. Carpenter again the fullback right behind Cruz, who's under center. West to his left. They'll hand it to West. He'll sweep the visitor sideline. Then he cuts it inside, and he's close to the 25-yard line. They'll say he's got the 24. Give him 5 on that one. Northwest with about 5 on that carry. Third down now and 4. Logan Clemens has played a whale of a ball game tonight on both sides of this football.
An amazing job.
Bears have played extremely well tonight, and really, no matter what happens, have really done a nice job in Liberty. Again, the quarterback goes under center. Again, they hand it to the big fella Carpenter, and he's going to be knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a yard on that one. Back close to the 25-yard line. So Carpenter loses 1 on the sweep. 4th down now and a short 5.
Where do they have that? They haven't marked it.
They actually marked it back at the line of scrimmage, didn't they, pretty much? Yep. 4th down and a long 4, let's call it. Now go to a pistol look now with 2 wide receivers to the top. They'll send a guy in motion. They're going to roll that way with Cruz, and Cruz going to throw it in the flat. He's got his guy. 20-yard line inside to about the 16. That was Carl Yaney, who has been kind of disappeared. He's been the invisible man here for a while, but Yaney with the little pass out in the flats, just enough for the first down, steps out of bounds. It'll be first down now at the 16 with 3:51 to go in the football game. Bears up 33-26 on the main stop scoreboard. And let's remember, extra points have been a crapshoot tonight. Carpenter again in the backfield, and they will hand to Carpenter. He's sweeping left end, and they got him in the backfield. Nice job by number 2, Spencer Winsler, to come up and take the pins out from underneath of him. fact, that was West that was sweeping. Northwest got his pins knocked out at about the 16-yard line by Winsler. They'll say no gain. And the clock down to 3:27 and counting here. Bears defense, can they keep Liberty out of the end zone?
They need a turnover bad.
West and Carpenter in the backfield. They'll go under center again. They'll fake the ball to Carpenter. Going to try to throw this one in the corner. It's caught at the 1 and a touchdown. And I believe that was Yaney again. Yep, number 5. As everybody kind of bit on the fake, and Yaney got a step behind everybody at about the 5. Ball thrown right on the money at the 2, and Yaney scoops it in as he crosses the end zone. And the extra point here will tie this thing up. But let's remember, it's been a difficult situation tonight for both these football teams, although it has gotten better as the night goes on.
The Bears were up 2 scores. They let Liberty score, and then they got a 3 and out.
Low snap. Here comes the block attempt, and this one is good. Ball game tied, 33-all, 3:09 to play. Can the Bears offense put this one in the cooler tonight and get this thing done? We'll find out when we come back here on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
As the baby boomer generation tires of traditional send-offs, funerals are becoming increasingly more personalized. People are pre-planning their own remembrance gathering. Pre-planning is easy and will pay off both emotionally and financially for you and your family. Plus allows you more control over your last hurrah. At Krill Funeral Service, we're not just funeral directors. We are experts at helping hearts heal.
An insurance policy is essentially a promise to pay for covered losses that occur to your assets. At Andrews O'Neill & Lowe, we take this promise seriously, from the minute you accept the policy to the moment the loss occurs and beyond. That's why we place your auto, home, or business insurance with an experienced carrier like the Central Mutual Insurance Company. Our expertise, matched with Central's quality products and service, provide you protection, security, and peace of mind. Andrews O'Neill & Lowe is your local Central agent. Call us today at 419-636-5050.
Offense is kind of fizzled a little bit in the fourth quarter. Can they find their way again and score and take this one back with them on the bus tonight as a W? You had the sideline here absolutely quiet, and now all the Liberty fans are on their feet and they're screaming and yelling and hooting and hollering, and it's a whole lot of fun. Deep kick. Dean will field it at the 9. Becomes straight up the middle of the football field. Now he's going to cut it out to the left side. He gets a block. He's at the 30. He's at the 40. He's at the 45, and finally knocked down at the 47-yard line right in front of the visitors' bench. So Austin Dean sets the Bears up with great field position. They're going to say he went down at the 47, I believe. That's okay. 47, 48, I don't care. Austin Dean with a nice job to find that lane up that visitor's sideline.
Now they're going to say 46.
I'll take the 46. That's fine. 2:59 to play in the ball game here from Liberty. We've seen a couple good ones over here in the past. Back when Shimmy was around, I think it was 11 seconds to go in the ball game when he hooked up in the end zone for the touchdown. And the Bears now have Royster to the left of a quarterback who's in the pistol right now. And they'll stop and throw across the middle. It's complete into Liberty territory, or was that too low? Up. Incomplete. Dean had to go down on the turf. It looked like he pulled it into Liberty territory at about the 49.
That was a hard throw.
Ball must have skipped a little bit right in front of him.
It was a hard throw.
So the clock stops with 2:47 to play. Will we have our first overtime ball game here of the season tonight? I hope not. I'd love to see the Bears just pull this bad boy out right now. 4 receivers here on the visitor side. Andrews the only receiver on the top side. Nobis again all by himself in that backfield. High snap. He'll roll towards the home sideline and throws. He's got his guy. That's Smith. He makes the first guy miss. He's inside the 40, inside the 35, and he'll be knocked down at about the 32-yard line. Nice job by Zach Nobis to keep it alive. Nice job by Smith to be able to come back to it and then make the first couple guys miss him and advance that football down to the Liberty Center 31. Clock is stopped temporarily with 2:37 to play in this football game. Wow, guys, I'll tell you what.
I'd like to score with about 8 seconds left.
I'd like to score right down there at the end. You're right, exactly. Let's not give these guys any time if we don't have to. Triples go to the top. Doubles go to the bottom. Nobis again by himself in the backfield. 2:19 and the clock is running. Fourth quarter. Here comes the blitz. They pick it up. Nobis rolls to his left. He throws. He's got his man. That's Miller. Miller takes it close to that first down stick and then goes down. And Miller's going to be very close to a first down around the 21-yard line. I think he got it, but we're just going to have to see where they set it down.
Maybe the clock stopped on a first down. Maybe that's why he stopped the clock.
Clock stopped at 2:07 to play.
I think he got the first.
I think he got the. There you go. When they laid it down, he was about a good yard in front of where he needed to be at the 21-yard line. And the Bears will have the football on the Liberty 21-yard line. First down and 10 with 2:07 to play, and the clock now starts.
Yep, and they don't have to snap it till you get to about 1:40.
4 receivers here on the home side. Nobis by himself in the backfield with a single receiver on the top. He's looking that way. Now he's going to try to run. He's going to be knocked down for a loss at the 25-yard line. Big rush right up the center of that football field. Lucas Frankfurter, and we have called Lucas Frankfurter's name a couple of times. The loss is 5. It takes the ball to the 25. It moves the clock to 1:34, and it is running. Liberty has 3 timeouts, but I'll tell you, they're more interested in keeping the Bears out of the end zone and not having to use those things and get to the overtime period if they can. 1:24, quadruples to the bottom, single to the top, wide side here on the home side, and we have a timeout, and it's Liberty's timeout. Just as I said, they were happy to keep him. They called one. $1:19 to play here in the ball game. We're going to send it back to the studio here on the Golden Bears Sports Network. Bears up 30 or tied 33-33 with Liberty here on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
They say there is strength in numbers. In Bryan, we have always taken pride in supporting our Golden Bears student athletes in all of their sporting endeavors. The Bryan Athletic Boosters now have a chance for you to get into the game. If you're Bryan proud, it's time to become Bryan strong. Whether you were a BHS athlete, are raising a BHS athlete, or just love supporting our Bryan High School athlete, this is your chance to be part of the BHS sporting community. Talk to any board member today on how easy it is to join, or contact us at 419-636-4536.
And don't forget dueling pianos coming up here the first part of November for the benefit of the athletic program, in particular the basketball programs for both the boys and the girls. And keep your eyes open, get your tickets for many of the athletic boosters here right now. Great night, a lot of fun, couple pianos going at it. It was a great time last year. It's going to be a good time again this year. Bears now come out of the huddle. They'll send 3 to the wide side, which is the home side of the field. They've got doubles on the short side on the visitor side. Nobis by himself in the backfield. 2nd down and 14. He'll get the snap. Here comes the rush. He's got the time. Across the middle, that's Miller. It's caught at the 15, and Miller's down at the 14. That'll get a bunch of them right there, and the clock down to 1:07, 1:06. Remember, Smith with a pretty good leg. Maybe you win this thing on a field goal at the end.
Yeah, maybe.
Last time we won, Chris, we were in the bleachers on the other side. We threw the touchdown on the other end zone towards the left of us right now. Again, an empty look. 51 ticks left on the clock. Doubles on the top, triples on the bottom. Nobis has some heat, throws it in the middle. He's got his guy. That's Miller. He's inside the 5, down to the 2. That'll be a first down and goal for the Bears at the 2-yard line with 41 seconds left to go in the game. Wow, a little delayed post pattern by Miller to come right across the middle, and he put the ball right on the money, Christopher.
You know, you never want to say it's good they didn't score, but here it might be good that he didn't score, because now you can take a play or two and try to get in there with very little time left, and the Bears just called a timeout. He marked, the PA announcer said Liberty Center, but the official pointed towards Bryan, so I don't know.
Bears took the timeout, you're right, and that ball's on the 1, actually, is where they actually marked that thing. How's that? Now you look at it again.
Shar, do you have some scores, or can you grab those scores for me, Shar?
Wow.
We're using my phone for the streaming, so my scores.
Shar's phone for the scores, and Chris has the workload tonight, man.
Archbold now up on Evergreen, 30-0. Montpelier beating Eden, 28-21. Hicksville over Wayne Trace, 42-12. Fairview over Holgate, 41-6. Edgerton over Ayersville, 31-16. Looking for their league game. Swanton pounded Delta 56-zip. Wauseon pounded Patrick Henry 48-14.
There you go. That kind of got righted after that early run, didn't it, huh? All right, Bears
48 unanswered by Wauseon.
Bears on the football field in the huddle right now. The ball on the 1-yard line. 41 seconds left. Both teams, well, Bears now with 1 timeout. Liberty with 2. They'll go into that power look now of the Golden Bears at the 1-yard line. And Novus will go under center. And he's going forward, and he's in, I believe. We're waiting on it. Yep, there it is. Looked like he got in off the left guard. And at 38 seconds left to go in the football game, the Bears are up by 6, 39-33. Wow, Chris.
What a play. What a nice drive for the Golden Bears. You know, they had that nice run back on the drive. They got all the way up to the 46-yard line of Liberty Center, and they did 7 plays, 54 yards.
Austin Dean set it all up with that return, as you said, Chris.
46.
And the Bears did a beautiful job then of being able to capitalize that, and the extra point here would make it a 7-point game, and it's a big extra point too. Low snap, but the placement is good and the kick is perfect. And the Bears are now 38 seconds away from stealing one here in the black hole as they're up 40-33 with 38 ticks left to go in the ball game. Do we need to take a break, Chris?
We're actually pretty good. So
all right, we're just going to keep it right here and not miss any of this action. The Bears have to kick it off, and then they have to find a way to weather the last 38 seconds of this football game. And if you're Liberty, you know, I'll tell you what, you're not a throwing football team. You're a running football team. The big plays they've had tonight have been big runs by Caleb Carpenter.
One Caleb Carpenter 59-yard run, one Austin Like 34-yard run, and then a 36-yard pass for Crew.
And you know, he
was his long pass.
Did a nice job that last time down, being able to throw the football. But again, they were 10 and 15 and 20 yards. They weren't 40 and 50 yards. So the Bears right now need to try to pin these guys deep if they possibly can. West will go back deep. He'll be on the home sideline. Sturgill and West now standing together in the middle of the football field. Smith about ready to kick this thing down the other end of the football field.
Tell you what, if he could bounce it at about the 15,
yeah,
you know, again, they're on the in bounds, but
both these guys can have good speed. Both these guys are very dangerous return guys. And do you kick it out of bounds and give them the ball at the 35,
well,
Chris?
I mean, if you kick it out of bounds,
they're going to make you kick it again.
It's not automatic.
Smith's going to go back. West's on the home side. Sturgill's on the visitor side. They'll kick the ball towards Sturgill, and he'll go back inside his 10 and field it at the 9. Coming towards the middle of the football field. Bears got him pinned at the 20-yard line. Nice job by the Golden Bears to be able to fight off a couple of blocks and work their way for a nice tackle right at the 20-yard line. And that was number 13, Connor Arthur, that made that tackle. And the ball will be spotted on the Liberty 20 with 32 seconds left to go, and they have 2 timeouts. In fact, it's just 21. Over the 20 to the 21 now.
And the Liberty sideline wanted a face mask. It wasn't a face mask. He came around and got him cleanly.
Got him right across that shoulder pads, I think, and brought him down. Here's the pistol look. Doubles to the top, single to the bottom. Crew going to stop and throw. Throws it out to the sideline. He's got his guy complete at the 28, and he steps out of bounds. 27 seconds now to go. Sonnenberg's the young guy that got it. He picked up about 7 on that first down pick, and we'll give him a half a dozen more of those if he'd like. Need to just stop him in bounds a time or two.
You do.
2nd down and 2. 27 seconds left in the ball game. Doubles here in front of us on the home sideline. Crew going to drop and throw. Looking to throw that same pattern. This one a little too high and out of bounds. And it'll be 3rd down now and 2. Nice job by the Bears with coverage. Throwing back a nice little zone with some guys deep. Queen on the coverage with that one, and that ball just a little bit too high. 22 seconds now left to go in this ball game.
The Bears only got 3 down linemen.
Doubles here on the home side, single to the top. Cruz drops back. He's got some time. Here comes Harold. Ball's thrown across the middle. It's caught to Sonnenberg at the 45-yard line of Liberty, and that'll stop the clock with 14 seconds left to go as they'll move the sticks up. And I don't know whether Liberty will take a timeout. I would believe they will.
They called a timeout.
They'll mark the ball just across the Liberty 45-yard line, 54 yards away from pay dirt. 14 seconds left to go in the ball game. 1 timeout for each one of these football teams, and the Bears on top on the main stop scoreboard, 40-33. Boy, I'll tell you, this has been a nail biter tonight, Chris, and it has been a lot of fun. It has been a lot of fun so far tonight. Had a little bump there, I think, in the stream for a second, but we're back. 14 seconds left to go. 40-33, Liberty with the football on their own 46-yard line. After a nice pickup there on 3rd down. But the Bears would be happy to give them 2 more just like that one to end this ball game.
If you're the Bears, you're going to line some guys up in kind of that prevent defense. You got to have that wall, and they do. They got them lined up about the 36-yard line.
Bears got that secondary back deep. They'll give you anything 10, 15 yards. You can have a couple of those if you'd like. Cruz drops back. Here comes the rush. He'll throw it on an out, and I think he got it. They said he caught it just inside the 50. Sonnenberg at the 47-yard line got a foot down, and then he slid out of bounds. 9 seconds left to go. That took 5 off the clock as Sonnenberg with a nice pickup. But again, I'll give you 7. 2 more times, and we'll go home. 2nd down. Cruz going to have to look for something a little deeper. He's got doubles to the bottom and a single to the top. Here comes the Bears on the blitz. Ball's thrown again to Sonnenberg, and this time he caught it at the 42-yard line.
4 seconds.
And there's 4 seconds left to go. Sonnenberg with a nice job to get a foot down over on that sideline to me and secure that catch. And Liberty will use their last timeout to think about what they're going to do right here. 4 seconds left to go in the ball game. Ball will be sitting on the Bryan 42-yard line. That is the last timeout now for Liberty, so the Bears just need to get somebody in a black jersey on the ground with zeros on the scoreboard so they can sneak out of here with a win tonight.
Wow.
Very easily could be the last play of the game. Very easily could be something that we haven't seen. Maybe a hook and ladder, maybe a lateral after lateral after lateral. The only key right now is to try to get whoever has the football on the ground with no time on the clock and you still being up by 7. Let's just see what this is going to be.
I'm kind of impressed with how much pressure the Bears are getting with only 3 guys rushing.
You know, I tell you, give Matt Harold a big pat on the back with that one. He's done a really nice job of getting some pressure, and also give number 43, Noah Rohrer, some real props right now. Both those guys have been giving them some heat. They'll bring triples here on the home sideline. This is going to be a hook and lateral, more than likely. Cruz is going to look. Here comes the heat. He's throwing it deep. Ball's in the air. Bears going to pull it in down at the 5-yard line, and the Golden Bears are going to sneak out of the black hole with a 40-33 win here tonight.
Who made the interception?
I think that was Winsler that pulled it down. And the Bears pull down the upset in 2 weeks in a row. You go on the road at the very beginning of the year, you say we got to end things at PH and Liberty back to back, and son of a gun if we don't do it. Pull out wins on both nights, and the Bears will be a step ahead of the Tigers here when you look at the standings come Saturday morning. What a ball game tonight between these two teams. This was a classic, though. What a great football game.
Absolutely. I said I wanted a close game. We got a close game, man. It comes down to the final possession. What a game.
Hats off to both football teams tonight. This was one that you really didn't mind paying your money for tonight. Bears win tonight. Final on the main stop scoreboards, Golden Bear 40, Liberty Center Tigers 33. We'll be back with a wrap-up after this.
Things are pretty much...
An insurance policy is essentially a promise promise to pay for covered losses that occur to your assets. At Andrews O'Neill & Lowe, we take this promise seriously, from the minute you accept the policy to the moment the loss occurs and beyond. That's why we place your auto, home, or business insurance with an experienced carrier like the Central Mutual Insurance Company. Our expertise, matched with Central's quality products and service, provide you protection, security, and peace of mind. Andrews O'Neill & Lowe is your local Central agent. Call us today at 419-636-5050.
Things are pretty much business as usual here at Bryan Ford Lincoln. Our techs are providing the same high-quality service that everyone in Northwest Ohio expects. Our sales team is providing our customers with the best price on new and pre-owned vehicles. Everyone is focused on winning another President's Award from Ford. Yeah, pretty much business as usual. Oh, I guess there is one thing different. Stop out and see the all-new Bryan Ford Lincoln.
This is my story. I'm a mother of 3, a wife, and a cat operator. I earned my degree in mechanical engineering technologies. Now I have a career doing exactly what I studied. I learned more, now I earn more.
As the baby boomer generation tires of traditional send-offs, funerals are becoming increasingly more personalized. People are pre-planning their own remembrance gathering. Pre-planning is easy and will pay off both emotionally and financially for you and your family. Plus allows you more control over your last hurrah. At Krill Funeral Service, we're not just funeral directors. We are experts at helping hearts heal.
Well, I'll tell you what, I just can't say that it could be any better than ending up this season the way that we have right now with a win at Liberty Center tonight, 40-33 for that final. As we're having a little bit of a problem with some phone connections right at this point in time, as I think everybody is going out and using their telephone and sending their pictures and their videos and everything else.
Yep, that's what it is.
Everybody's Facebooking and doing their thing, so we'll get a quick wrap up here to this one tonight. But the Bears, as I said, win tonight 40-33 here at Liberty. And Chris, want to take us through some of the stats tonight?
Yep. First downs, Bryan with only 11, 8 on the pass, 2 on the rush, 1 on the penalty. Liberty Center with 20 first downs, 7 passing, 12 rushing, 1 on the penalty. Bryan was 3 of 8 for third down. Liberty Center 5 of 11 for third down, 4 of 4 for fourth down. Bryan had 231 total yards of offense. 225 of those came through the air. Liberty Center, meanwhile, 436 total yards of offense. 149 came through the air. Taking a look at rushing, Bryan only had 6 yards rushing on 16 attempts. Meanwhile, Liberty Center 287 yards rushing on 57 attempts. Bryan was penalized 7 times for 50 yards. Liberty Center 7 times for 79 yards. Taking a look at individual statistics, Zach Nobis 15 of 20 for 225 yards and a touchdown. His long was 46 yards. Devontae Royster rushed the ball 3 times for 9 yards and a touchdown. Nate Miller 3 times minus 6 yards. And Zach Nobis 10 attempts, 3 yards, 2 touchdowns. Receiving, Royster caught 1 ball for 10. Dean 1 ball for 4. Clemens 1 ball for 7. Nate Miller caught 5 passes for 44 yards. Evan Smith 3 for 75. His long was a 46-yard touchdown. Bryson Andrews 4 balls for 85 yards with a long of 44. On the other side for Liberty Center, Jarrett Crew was 11 of 16 for 149 yards. His long pass was a 36-yard pass, and they had 1 touchdown. Crew was also 13 of 21 rushing, 13 attempts rushing for 21 yards, 2 touchdowns. Northwest 21 attempts, 83 yards. Caleb Carpenter 21 attempts, 156 yards, a long 59-yard touchdown run, and Austin Like 1 for 34 yards. Receiving, Carl Yaney caught 4 balls for 80 yards and a touchdown, 36 yards. Connor Sonnenberg 5 receptions for 46 yards, and that's basically everything there. All right.
Sounds good. Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to probably send this back to the studio here quickly. As I send something back to Zach, we're in the middle of trying to get this all working again. We apologize for the breakups right now in the post-game show at this moment, but I think with the phone connections the way that they are and everybody heading to the house right now, everybody from Bryan, I'm sure, is Facebook Live-ing themselves and doing everything that they can do, and they're having all kinds of situations going on. So we're going to get off the air here as quick as we possibly can.
Do have a couple things to get through, though, real quick before that. First off, this game is going to re-air Monday night at 7, not Saturday as told. And we want to thank our broadcast crew, our production assistant, Chris Bryce and Aaron Gilbert, Shar Miller and Samantha Clark, our cameras. I want to thank our athletic department, Mook Roofer and Teresa Kuzmal, as well as the athletic department over here at Liberty Center. The art department, Matt Neff and Stephanie Group for helping us with graphics. You can order your DVD by calling 419-633-6137. Visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net and bryansports.com. This has been a production of BMU Video. This broadcast is copyrighted by BMU and the Board of Public Affairs for the private home use of our audience. Any duplication or other use of this broadcast, including descriptions or accounts of the games without BMU's consent, is prohibited.
Very good, man. Well, I'll tell you what, again, the Bears win tonight 40-33 in Liberty Center. What a magical end to this football game, and a magical end as we are working down to week number 10 next week. With that, I think it's about time just to wrap it up from here and send it back, because we're having terrible phone difficulties right now, and hopefully Zach Murray will be able to take us over and take us home back at the studio right now and get us back onto the queue. Thanks for listening. Thanks for being with us tonight. We'll be back and talking to you next Friday night when we're home for the final ball game of the season, as we'll take on Evergreen next Friday night here on the Golden Bear Sports Network. For Chris Malenga, I'm Jim Funderburg. Have a great weekend, everybody, and we will talk to you next Friday night here on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
Tonight's broadcast of Golden Bear Sports is proudly streamed by BMU Cable and high-speed internet. BMU is your hometown local provider for digital HD cable and high-speed internet. Call BMU today at 419-633-6100 or visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net. Go Bears from all of us at BMU.